Whether you're new to gaming or have been enjoying video games all your life, great gaming is not only about having fun and escaping the stresses of everyday life, but also being there to pick up our teammates, especially when they're down.
Guardian down.
We're a Destiny 2 podcast that focuses on three things: promoting a positive gaming community, sharing news around the industry in Destiny 2, and discussing thought-provoking topics in the game. We're Guardian Downcast, your stories, your community, and your destiny. What's up, Guardian? Welcome to episode 312 of Guardian Downcast. I'm your host, Todd the Gator. I'm a Day One Guardian who loves gaming and especially the Destiny franchise. We're the podcast that's all about your stories, your community, and your destiny. For those of you who may have just discovered our podcast, we're a weekly gaming show with an emphasis on the Destiny franchise. We like to sprinkle in some entertainment, other topics of discussion relating to our hobbies from time to time as well. But we've been producing audio episodes for nearly 6 years now, and it's time to do the live show stuff. So we're live on YouTube, Twitch, that's Todd the Gator, 2Ds, G-A-T-R, or our Discord live stage, where most of the Discord members can hear us before we go live, a little bit of pregame, which is always nice. But our normal times are Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, God's time. We'll also have a replay of tonight's show on my YouTube channel. And of course, the audio version is always available in any of our podcast apps out there. Or you can go to our website, guardiandowncast.com, to listen to any individual episodes whenever you like. This week, Kingsleymac is enjoying his vacation in Vegas with his wife. So I've asked a very good friend of mine to step in tonight. He's been with our podcast since the beginning, nearly 6 years now. In fact, I remember his podcast, Just Some Gamers. And if you haven't, you got to check that show out. Give it a follow. It's Just Some Gamers, JSG. He's wearing a t-shirt right there. In fact,
I am.
He invited us to talk about our new show maybe after just 3 episodes. It was crazy. If you want to hear his initial interview with us, go back to episode 5. Yeah, that's right. 5. Hunting for Wabbits and Hazelnuts from August 24th of 2019. He has 2 podcasts, an awesome community where he streams on Twitch, organizes community tournaments all the time, which I'm honored to have said I've been a fellow commentator on one of those raid races he's had. And don't forget about his fantastic live game shows, which I have also been on, which was, God, that was so much fun. You got to check those out as well. But he's just been one of those guys who's just seen it all. He's been through it all. There's too many episodes to list that he's been on as a guest, but I truly consider him a good friend. I know this man has been a good listener when I've been going through a lot of changes in this podcast format over the years, and I can't thank him enough for being there for me. Please welcome Mr. ElmmerFuddGames. How you doing, man?
What an intro. I'm all fuzzy inside. Like this could be it, dude. Put everything you just said. Get a QR code of your words just now.
All right. I'm sorry. That's all the butt kissing you're going to get tonight. Sorry, man.
I was promised hours of butt
I'm sorry. Sorry, man. How you been? Honestly, I'm
all right. Well, that's that. We had a good run.
Good run, guys. Everything good, man? How's life, man?
Yeah, dude, we're cruising around, Wyoming's treating us well, loving it. It's crazy hot. Working a ton, but
yeah.
Kids are loving summer break. I'm enjoying them getting older a lot more than I thought I would. And it's just been a really fun journey, man.
Nice, man. So Wyoming's doing well for you. I like that, man. I know you used to be in Denver.
Very much so. Oh, yeah. It was an awesome choice.
I remember I took a vacation in Denver and I just missed you. You had just moved or were moving when I was there. And I was like, dang it. You're one dude I've wanted to meet in real life.
I know, dude. You could have helped me move.
Dude, I got to do that with my mother-in-law this weekend. It's a sore subject right now. She's going
How far is she going?
She's going into an assisted living, and we got to go fish through all her junk tonight, or not tonight, but tomorrow. Actually, Saturday and Sunday. My whole weekend, basically. It's gonna be a good time.
That's tough, dude.
Good stuff, man.
That's not
there.
Fun.
There's one.
Last time I was at my grandparents' house, we were kind of like, oh, they have all this fun stuff as a kid, right? And then getting older, I think the last time we visited, I was like, man, if something happens, this is going to be a real pain to go. Like, dude, it completely changes your outlook on the house.
It does. And you know, I'm a pretty generous guy, but there is one thing that I just refuse to do. And I know I sound like a freaking asshole for saying this, but I hate helping people move, man. I don't want to move your shit. You move your shit. You don't, if you can't afford it, go get a U-Haul and move your own crap. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I know, Dorath. I need to just chill. I just need to chill out, which, by the way,
sounds like you're just a bad friend, dude.
No, it's not that. And I don't ever ask anybody to help me move, because I know I would never want to have to go handle people's crap, you know, that they live in. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to get in that rabbit hole, but this week.
That's the only thing I want to talk about.
No, please. No, this week we're just going to have a chill time, but we do have some interesting stuff that we'll be talking about on the show tonight. Since I haven't podcasted with Fudd since his game show in November of last year, I want to see what's been going on in his life, what he's been up to lately, and just catch up. After that, I will share what I'm looking forward to playing with the new Edge of Fate, kind of give a review of what will be changing going forward. And the TWID kind of covers that a little bit, so we'll kind of dance around that a little bit just as a refresher. We'll also go over any important information, like I said, from the July 10th this week in Destiny. Next, we're going to have a discussion with a brand new topic of the week that I'm really passionate about, and I have a feeling you guys are as well. And then finally, we're going to answer questions from our live chat and our Discord community, and we have a couple of voicemails tonight as well, so I'm looking forward to that. If you want to join our awesome community, it's discord.gg/Guardian Downcast. It's right there on your screen if you're watching us live or watching this video replay. And like I said, before we go as well, we'll also share our results from our question of the week, which very much fits with tonight, being it's basically the few days before Edge of Fate drops. So I'm sure everyone's excited. I'm excited, but since Fudd's here tonight, I thought it would be very appropriate to add some music right before we leave tonight to our show playlist as well. Should be a fun night. So if everyone's ready.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
Let's roll.
Hey, thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. There are several ways you can contact us. First, you can find us on X at Guardian Downcast. Or you can find us on our Instagram at Guardian Downcast and see what pics and reels Todd the Gator and his podcast guests want to share with you guys. We have a brand new website too. Just visit guardiandowncast.com, where you can find all of our contact info, leave us a voicemail, give our show a rating or review, search for any past episodes, or even give back to our community. Also, don't forget to sign up for future updates to the show, where we'll also have random drawings throughout the year, and you may win a gift card or even some GDC merch. And finally, you can send us an email at guardiandowncast@gmail.com. Our community thrives on interaction, so get involved and check us out.
It's just been so good to have you back. It's been way too long. I know. See, here's the thing, man. You have your community, I have my community, and we both are so busy and, you know, enthralled in our communities that we kind of lose touch sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, I know.
I legitly, my wife will, sorry to cut you off.
No.
That's going to happen a lot.
Dude, I did the same thing. Don't worry about it.
I almost giggled and kicked my feet when I saw a DM notification from you. I was like,
what?
It's happening.
No,
dude. I got super excited.
Anytime.
Yeah, man.
Anytime.
Like I said, dude, 6 years. That's a long time to know someone.
What you guys don't know.
So many episodes on both shows. So many DMs back and forth about things going on in life and the show. Like, we've been through a lot together, man.
We've been through a lot.
It made me happy.
Yeah, we've been through a lot. And I'm just so, you know, no offense to Kingsley. I want Kingsley to have a great time this weekend. He's doing stuff in his life. But
I'm glad he's not here.
Okay. Well, Kingsley might have words about that. But yeah, man,
Good. Let him.
It's just good to have you back, man. It's just good to have you on the show. Tell me, how's the podcast been going? I know you have two podcasts. The first one is Just Some Gamers, which you've been doing for how long now? How long you been doing Just Some Gamers?
Longer than you, but we're way more episodes behind. We've taken a few extended breaks, but that's been going really well, man. We brought on a third co-host, Mr. Eggman54, in case anyone knows who that individual is. Really awesome member of the community. Has been super fun to chat with, and also happens to be Russell, who's been my co-host from the beginning. It's his brother-in-law, he also happens to game a lot and play stuff.
Kids?
No. Yeah, kids. Yeah.
I got you.
Okay. You can do that.
Here. Look at this guy's a pro, man.
But
This guy's a pro. I'd be all discombobulated if my kids or dogs came in. But I mean, how's Russ doing? Is he doing okay?
Here all the time.
I know you. I know he was on vacation.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on a big, like, crazy business, like 3-week traveling business trip. So he comes back later this week. So we can get back together and record next week, which I'm excited about. But like, that dude's traveling like crazy. Yeah. Luckily, his family was able to go with him the first week, which was super cool.
Nice.
So they didn't spend the whole 3 weeks apart, which would be insane to do. But no, he's been doing great. The show's been awesome, man. We've been having such a fun time, just bouncing to topics all over the place. We have a game show coming up.
All right.
Super excited.
Love it.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're dealing with overlays tonight. I mean, that's what we were doing before the show. I can't imagine what do you have to go through to put all those overlays together for a game show? I mean, I was so blown away when I was on yours at one time, you know, when it was myself, RNG and Kingsley. I think it was against Potato Thumbs. I think. What was it against?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
No, it was you.
I was laughing. It was so much fun.
I remember who it was.
I had so much fun on that. And I was a little nervous. I didn't know how I would, you know, I'm kind of a serious dude, you know, and it's hard for me to get a little levity going, you know, but, dude,
I don't know, buddy. I've got a UK Destiny Raid Marathon stream that says otherwise.
Oh my
serious
God.
Little guy.
That guy is, I don't know if you knew this. I just visited those guys. I was over there and.
Oh, did you really?
I was over there in actually right before my birthday. I celebrated my birthday in the United Kingdom and they sang happy birthday to me and they gave me a gift.
Oh my God, dude. I love that.
Hold on. I don't know if you can see it here, but they gave me a brick cord. See it right there in the corner, right-hand corner? It's a placard that I can hang.
Okay, yeah.
For the brick cord. I love putting stuff behind my shelf unit here because my next camera setup, it'll have more of a wide shot like yours is. You'll be able to see more behind me. But I was so happy. I was blown away that they gave me that and never made me pay for a drink. I mean, Mr. Heyoka was the consummate host of his country and everyone I met over there.
Dude.
God, it was so much fun all talking to those guys.
I have done so many events, right? And that was the first and only time that an event ended and the entire community of participants got in one voice chat and said, can you get in here so we can all thank you individually?
Oh,
like
they're so
what? That was insane, dude.
Such class.
What a great group.
Such class.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh my, and that was such a fun time.
Oh, it was great. I was able to even record a little bit of not live, but some pre-recorded stuff when I was at the table at the actual meetup. But at Dorath, I have to just address this. He goes, Gator releases Fudd from his basement whenever he runs out of guests and makes him wear matching colors. He put that hat on, sir. He saw that I was wearing my hat backwards, which is what I always wear.
Don't let him. He mailed me a gun with a note that said, point this at yourself and do what I tell you.
Discord.
I'm terrified for my life.
Discord knows different. Discord knows exactly what happened here. In fact, let me pull this straight.
Discord's a liar, dude. Discord, Datcord. Who can believe what?
I need to pull up the chat for that because I forgot to. But oh my God, it was so much funny. But yeah, it was such a good time, man. In fact, I just messaged Heyoka tonight and I said, I really miss you guys. Please tell everybody. I said, hey, I had such a great time. I mean, I was only there a little over a week and I just have so many good memories of that trip and it was just a good time. So
awesome.
Good people over there.
Do you have pictures and stuff posted somewhere?
Oh, I've got
missed.
I've got live pictures of me singing at the Elbow concert that Heyoka, I don't know if you know who Elbow is. They're not very popular in the US, but
oh yeah,
I love Elbow. And the way this whole thing started is he showed me a picture of 4 tickets to Elbow at a national arboretum. It was outside amongst all these giant oak trees and stuff. It was getting dusk out. It was just the perfect. I'll just never forget it. It was just the perfect. The perfect time. And my wife, which you
deserve it all.
She was hesitant to go. She was a little nervous because she's like me. She's introverted and kind of weird, meeting new people. And she's like, man, that was the best concert I've ever been to. I said, I know, babe. That was so much fun. So, Heyoka, if you're watching, I know you're not watching now because it's like 3 a.m. right now, but thank you, brother. That was such a good time that we had over there. But back to you. I don't know how that came up, but
Yeah.
but I know you've been.
I loved it.
I know you've been podcasting with Russ for a long time now, and
A long time, man. We've been best friends since freshman year of high school, man.
Gee whiz, man, that's like
it's a long time together.
That's a long time. What I'm just curious. I'm asking for a friend. What have been your experiences so far podcasting and doing them live, like live shows? Have you had some? I mean,
that's a good question.
I remember the first 3 shows, and the diehard watchers of my live show can attest. I had so many technical problems where somebody couldn't be heard.
Oh yes,
my camera wasn't working right. I didn't have the overlays weren't right. I mean, I was
sidelining with you on that
quit.
one, doing everything I could to help you out, man. Yeah,
I was about ready to just throw my hands up and say, "This is just too much, man. I can't do this." But yeah. But
you're smart and you made it.
We got here. I mean, I got another overlay too, and we go over the TWAB and some other stuff we're going to talk about tonight as well. But what experiences could you sum up going live and doing live podcasts and stuff? Because you still do that today, right? With your Just Some Guardians?
I do, yeah. All episodes are live, yeah.
Wow.
I really enjoy that. Like, not everyone gives feedback, so it's like having that kind of like instant. You could say instant gratification of it, right? But like, obviously the best part is when someone live says, "I think you're right." That feels pretty good.
Yeah.
But just like being able to have a back and forth. Like, if there's been a couple subjects we've talked about, right, where all of us kind of agree on something, but someone in the chat has a different ideal about it, and that makes us look at things in a different light, which brings forward the conversation to a whole different area that none of us had even thought of. So the amount of times that's been able to loop in and really help the conversation move. Questions live in the chat about different things has always been fun. And then the game shows with a live audience is just so much fun because everyone, not just the competitors, I'm having a great time, and everyone in the audience is really enjoying themselves. It's just it's really nice to have that immediate hands-on like back and forth while you're doing the show. I think it adds a lot to it.
The chat is baiting me. I'm not taking the bait.
Take the bait.
No. Well, Taco King,
take it.
Amazing Taco King's like, how else would you justify your truck purchases outside of work use? Come on, man. Gator says he's serious. If it were true, he would have the microcosm already. You got me there, man. I still need to get that damn thing. And then Dorath. He says, I hear Subaru aren't happy with this week's podcast. They're mad Kingsley isn't here with the free advertising about Subaru because Kingsley keeps talking about his Subarus. His wife and both own the same model.
Hey guys, have you heard about the Crosstrek?
The Crosstrek.
Man. So I saw you mentioned that. I saw a Toyota Corolla Cross.
What?
For the first time the other day.
I know.
It's their answer to the Crosstrek.
Yeah.
I just saw one of those in the wild the other day. And it looks exactly like a Crosstrek. And I was like, that is hilarious. I thought of Kingsley the second I saw it. I forgot to take a picture and send it to him.
See, you don't see many of those kinds of cars. I mean, they're here definitely, but you don't see them as numerous in Florida because it's flat as ever here. It's sand. There's no mountains to climb. There's no icy roads to deal with.
Everywhere here. Yeah. Utah, where, Utah, Denver, Wyoming, like everywhere in this part of the country, it is like every 5th car is a Crosstrek anymore. It used to be pickup trucks. Now it's Crosstrek.
Wyoming, I mean, the weather there is pretty brutal, isn't it? Isn't it like just really windy all the time? I know this one guy named Wyoming
Not
Cowboy.
all the time.
He says like 40-mile-an-hour winds, like everywhere where he goes. But
I mean, when it happens, it can hit real hard, right? But it's not like an all the time thing.
Okay.
Okay. There's days where it hits so hard you just have to laugh, especially like me working outside for the post office, right?
Trying to hold letters in your hand,
a multi-box unit. Yeah, you're like holding on to stuff, and like you'll open a box, and like box number 5 has a vacant card in it, and it just goes boom, and it's just like
a
8
tornado.
states away. You're like, well, nothing I can do about that. Like, there comes a point where it's not annoying; it's just funny how bad it is, But it's not all the time, The weather really isn't that different from when I was in Denver. It's pretty close. Yeah. Winters are pretty spot on,
Well, not to change topic too early here, but you have another podcast called Get On In Here. I noticed you haven't done an episode since February. have you just taken a break from it? Or I know, believe me, having 2 podcasts is hard. It is really tough to devote time equally, I've got 50 years experience required. I just started and I've got 3 episodes out and I've got a fourth. I've got a 4th I want to put out, but I haven't finished my full rough draft yet on it. and I want to take my time. I want it to be done right. So, I love that podcast, man, because it's literally just an honest conversation, just sitting down with a community member, which is what I like doing too. But how's that been going? Have you just taken a break or?
Yeah, it's been tough. Like I started that, we were on a bit of a break from JSG. Like when I moved, we had a whole bunch of different things happening, right? Where we'd kind of been off for a minute, and I was missing podcasting a ton. And so I was like, well, I'm going to do this would be a fun idea I've had mulling around where I just do one-on-ones with people in the community so I can get to know them better. Cause like my Discord, people have come in, because we play so many games. A lot of people have joined when we were playing Helldivers a ton of people have joined Red Dead Online, World of Warcraft, Destiny 2, Warzone, Fortnite, Apex. So we've had all these people come in from different games that might not know they have similar interests. So well, this would be really fun so people can kind of get to know each other on a different level than just the game they personally are playing. And that was super fun. And then the DM started were like, hey, what if we start doing JSG again? And I was like, well, I think I can do both. And then quickly learned I can't do both.
Life goes on,
so
brother.
It's still sitting there. I really want to jump back into it, but man, it's just like, well, the main thing with that one-on-one conversation is you can't just do like hey, like for us, like Thursday nights, we're doing JSG, right?
Right.
You can't do that for that one. You have to work with whoever the other guest is
schedule
in the community.
Yeah.
And so it's trying to figure out a time that works for you and them around everything else. It's just, It was a lot. And it's not a good excuse, but it's the one I'm going with.
Dude, anyone who does more than one podcast, I give kudos to because I fully understand the commitment. And you really have to be disciplined to have two podcasts because there's weeks you'll just be like, I really want to make another episode over here, but I really got to focus on this right now. This is hot right now. We got Edge of Fate coming out right now. We got to focus on that, But
well, it's one thing if it's your full-time job, but it's like,
this is a
I
hobby.
work full-time, and it's like,
anything for this.
I could record, get on in here, or I could play Dune Awakening.
Exactly. I know.
I'm going to choose playing video games every time.
My play time has been halved ever since I started a podcast. I didn't realize that was. I was going to ask you that too. What would you tell someone who is thinking about doing a live show or podcasting? One thing I would tell them is your game time will be halved because now you're a content creator. And now you have things you have to do while everyone else is gaming. And it can be frustrating sometimes, but I mean, do you agree here or do you have anything else to add to that or?
I mean, I absolutely highly recommend everyone at least try it. Like everyone has an ideal or something they're passionate about. And I think your idea should be shared. It's so easy to get into for free anymore.
Yep.
Most everyone has some sort of, most of these headset microphones even are like, it's passable to even just start your own little show.
Well, you can edit an AI now.
It's tough.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I mean, like, Podbean, not to drop any names, right? But that's who I do all my stuff through. But like, they have a tool where you can just like click a button and it puts you into a room to record something, and then it'll immediately let you edit it in the website and upload it from there. Like, things have never been easier to get into podcasting, which is awesome. Obviously there's a few podcasts out there you go, maybe everyone shouldn't have a microphone, but hey, you should try.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to get those where it sounds like a tin can and there's not much you can do, but I tell you the way I used to use Audacity, not Audacity, gee whiz, it escaped me, but it was called, Adobe Podcast. Adobe Podcast. It used to be free.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You could pop in a track because I have a client who's a professional editor. And he says, dude, watch this. He goes, he showed this one clip where it was really like tin can and he threw it into into the AI. And within a minute, it sounded professional, no breaths. I mean, everything was so well, it was like a professional podcast. And all he did was just enter the file in there. It's so easy now. But,
that's crazy.
It's crazy what AI can do now. I mean, I can go down another side road on that, but yeah, you know what?
Also, highly recommend be lazy about it, folks. Like Todd is very meticulous and he spends hours doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm getting smarter.
I do the live show, right? And I take the like whatever happens approach, right? If I have to edit something out, I will. But for the most part, I get my levels right before I stream it. I
Smack it
take
on the
video, drop it into Audacity. It converts the video file into audio.
Yeah.
Do maybe a couple tweaks and I upload it. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
just do some pre-work and it's set.
Well, I mean, that's
lazy.
That's true. I mean, it's good to have a raw conversation And I've had people that edit too much where it sounds too like robotic. You just can't do that. You have to have natural. I mean, this is where I'm never really worried about AI ever taking our jobs because, and Amazing Taco King nails it exactly here. He goes, true, but the memories you make with the community make up that minor hitch, especially when you're Amazing Taco King, isn't it? Right? Yeah. Okay. I didn't catch that part.
Fantastic.
Nice little plug there. Amazing Taco King. But yeah, I mean, interacting with your community is, I mean, AI is really going to have, I think it's a long ways away from doing something like that. But, I don't know, man. I mean, I just saw Dado as a guardian, a cartoon guardian talking on the camera the other day. I'm like, what the hell? That's AI.
Yeah.
That's AI.
Well, that stuff's cool. That stuff's really cool.
Different.
It's not this. Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, that's an AI pre-imaging over something, right? VTubing
that's way over
and whatnot. But
yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's already times where like that stuff scares me because I feel like it was 6 months ago. You'd be like, oh yeah, that thing has 9 fingers. That's AI.
Yep.
And like 2 months ago, you're like, I can't tell anymore. I'm going to be an old person on Facebook getting fooled by every picture I see.
You're going to be your grandma. You're going to be your parents.
Yeah.
Mom,
100%.
don't click on that. Yeah. No, that's a clone. No. Now someone's hacked their Facebook.
Moonwalking cat.
Yeah, someone's hacked their Facebook account again. There we go. Now I'm getting 10 friend requests from my mom again. It's brutal, man. But what I wanted to ask you is no, you mentioned you had a tournament coming up. Did you want to tell us about that coming up? You have a tournament? Oh no, you had a game show. I'm sorry. You had a game show coming up.
Yeah, the game show here in a couple weeks. Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah, I don't have a tournament planned just yet.
Okay.
There is one. So I've been doing a bunch of like Marvel Rivals.
Okay.
It's a bracket style. Most of my tournaments are like the battle royales. Everyone drops into public lobbies for a couple hours. You get as many kills and wins as you can. Points accumulate there.
Gotcha.
Every team has someone streaming. My channel, we're doing a shoutcast. We're drinking heavily, making fun of everyone. It's a great time. So Marvel Rivals is the first time it's been literally all the teams are people in the community, and it's a bracket style going back and forth against each other, which has been really fun, right?
They're fun to watch.
And I don't know if you've seen Mr. Slice of Beef running around in all the different Discords.
I have not.
But he started doing these. It's the same concept so that I could be in a tournament, which is super nice of him.
Nice.
But it's a draft style with the bracket. So instead of you pre-forming your teams, everyone registers. There's team captains,
right?
And then we all draft our team and play with random people that day, which has been super fun.
That's pretty cool.
That one's coming up in a couple days. I'm excited to see how that goes.
Okay.
I can play. It's stressful because you host all these and people go, yeah, he's got to be able to perform, right? You go, no, there's a reason I host. It's because I'm bad at this stuff.
But it's like when you're a guest on someone else's podcast, you're like so chill because you don't have to mess with any of it. You just have to show up and
it's so relaxing.
It is, isn't it? It's nice.
I don't got to do anything but leave this call and not think about it again. It's great.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I was on.
We have a game show coming up.
Yeah,
it'll be episode 150. Very excited for that. It's a cool milestone.
Oh, you integrate them into Just Some Guardians.
That shows you.
That is awesome.
Just some gamers. Yeah. Game show over there.
That's right.
And it should be a good time, man.
Awesome.
Should be a very good time. I've got some really fun things planned. We've been messing with some things every game show. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Hopefully next week with Russell being home.
Okay.
So what is that? The 17th? If not, it'll be the 24th. Sometime in the next 2 weeks.
And all you got to do, guys, it's twitch.tv/ElmmerFuddGames, just like you see it on the screen there. And he streams everything, his shows, his game shows, everything on his Twitch. And it's really a fun community. I can't say enough about it.
Thank you, man.
I used to be in there all the time, and then I pissed off one of your community members. I was like, okay, I need to take a break. I need to quit bothering this
Who'd
girl.
you piss off?
Bees.
No. Bees is not actually bothered by anything, buddy.
Okay. Well, anyway,
it's a bit, buddy.
I know it's a bit, but I could tell she was having a bad day, and I was like, okay, I need to relax here and quit.
Well, come back to me, darling. I miss you.
I will, sir. I'll be back. I'll be back to say hello. Everybody will go, Todd, who?
Because we pray to his holy Montiness every morning in the Discord. So
I love it. That's what I like. I like stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Dorath, I deleted Twitter and everything meta months ago, and I don't miss the cesspools of hate. So I don't have those. I hear you, man. I'm very limited on
100% agree
on my stuff. I mean, I do what I need to for the show. If I need to, I need to post something, and I mainly keep on Twitter just to see what Bungie's saying, because we have a lot of our Discord channels. Our Discord news channels are tied to the Bungie help channel. So anyway, speaking of gaming, What have you been gaming, man? What have you been doing this week or this last month? I mean, I know you play a lot of stuff, so I mean, I can sit here a while if you need to just go down the list.
My life, it's mostly been 2 games right now. This is a shock. Usually it's a list of 5 things I throw at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Dune Awakening has completely ruined my life.
I've heard it.
My children think I'm a joke. My wife is probably going to leave any moment. But the game is great, and that's all that matters, right? And then I haven't been sleeping at all because I also made the dumb mistake of getting back into World of Warcraft again. So,
oh wow, I know you were big into that.
Oh yeah, oh wow, indeed.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love it.
Now
I go back to that constantly.
All right, now I gotta ask you a question on Dune Awakening. Do you have one of those? Do you have one of those? What do they call them? Heliocopters, where you're crushing people that are running.
The ornithopters.
Ornithopters.
Yeah, baby. I just built one up that has rockets on the side that I can shoot and stuff, ready for the deep desert.
I saw their patch notes. They said, "Well, we're not going to fix the ornithopter, but we're just going to give people on the ground launchers where they can shoot at you now." So yeah, I'm like, okay,
yeah.
People are still going to.
There was a PvP meta, right?
That's
where you could. It was supposed to be you'd land and fight, and then people were like, "Well, if I land my ornithopter on you, you're dead." And so it was just like it seriously looked like a bee's net, like a hive, right? Of just just stuff bouncing off the sand everywhere, and people are hitting the sand so much, worms are popping out, right? And so yeah, they're like, "Well, we can't fix you landing on people, so here's a rocket launcher."
Oh my god, I don't know why. Great. I don't know why I'm not playing this game, but I mean, I've been so busy with Clair Obscur. I made
it's a masterpiece.
Kingsley and I made a gentleman's wager a couple of weeks ago, and there was a deal. I had to play the story mode of Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, and he had to watch both full seasons of Andor, because he always thought Andor was stupid. I'm like, dude, that is the Star Wars series to watch. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, Andor is just a fantastic story.
Andor is really good.
So he's almost done with season 1, and I'm 80% done with the story on Clair Obscur now.
Which is sad because he has a way easier part of the deal.
No,
like you have to sweat your way through parrying and dodging,
it's
right?
So much fun, dude.
And he just has to lay back with a bag of chips and just let something happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He has more time. I don't know. I started comparing it. He has to watch 24 1-hour episodes. So that's 24 hours he has to put in. And I'm actually 21 hours into Clair Obscur. So
we're getting close.
Kingsley was watching my stream one night, and he goes, "Yeah, you're about 80% there." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm going to the Pinterest now. So I've already fought the big. I've already fought the big baddie, one of the big baddies before that. So I'm on from that to see what's next. But my God, the one
masterpiece of a game, dude.
Well, well, I'm going to get into this later. It ties in with our topic of the week, so I'm not going to get too far into it. But I just letting you know, man, that it's just a gorgeous game. I've had so much fun playing it. But anything you've been watching, shows or movies or anything like that?
What's your show? So we do. I think I mentioned this last time I was on the show. For a couple of years now, we do a movie night every Wednesday as a family, and we rotate who chooses the movie. Right. So my wife, when it's her turn, she's going through all the Harry Potter movies.
Right.
So we just watched the third one, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay.
Which my kids obviously lost their mind at all the time stuff that happens. Like you're watching them do all the stuff from earlier in the movie. They were like losing their shit, right? We're going through the Indiana Jones movies on my turn, and the kids have been really enjoying that. My son is going through all the Marvel movies.
Oh wow.
So we just watched Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one last week. We're there in the MCU. And they have just been blown away. My daughter, who didn't think she'd like any of these, I think she's been enjoying the MCU more than my son. And then my daughter just chooses a musical every week, and it's been awesome. On a side note, as a parent, right? This has been really great for the kids. For the sheer fact that it used to be if you watched older movies, because as we all know, pacing is a lot different back in the day than it is now. Everything is boom, 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 cut. Yep. Next thing, instant gratification, right? They used to get real bored watching slightly older movies, right? And doing this movie night where we sit down and watch every week, like they've gotten way more used to some of these pacings. Even my 6-year-old son will like sit there and watch, an entire, I'm trying to think of the last like older movie we watched that was like slower. And he like he was locked in and understood the pacing. It was awesome. So
it's
been great for them.
The old like the Hulk movies were very slow. The old Hulk movies.
Yes, yeah.
Those are really slow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Even some of the Iron Man movies were slow,
Very true. Or the original trilogy of Star Wars compared to the newer ones also are slow, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But compared to sci-fi before that, that's one of my favorite stories from my mom. My uncle used to drag her to sci-fi movies all the time.
Really?
And if you remember stuff that came out before Star Wars, right? They were 4 hour, so slow.
Yes.
It's just a slog of a movie, right? So when she got, I love when she talks, she's like, I got dragged to Star Wars and we were like 20 minutes in and she's like, oh my God, this is, I am a huge fan. Like, I don't know what this is my entire life now, oh, it's so good. But no, as a parent, folks, highly recommend force your kids to watch older movies so they can get used to like, hey, it's okay to slow down and not have 8 things happening at the screen at once. It's been great.
The recent,
but no, so all those. And then I'm very excited. The big thing coming up, obviously, is the new Superman movie.
Oh, dude.
That comes out tomorrow as of recording. So excited to go
I tried to book it for this weekend. It's all sold out, man. It's all sold out.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
And what's funny, IMAX and Dolby Theater sold out. But the regular digital movies, nobody wants to watch it in digital. You can you can go to the regular digital theater. You can tell, and I hope this sends a message to the AMC and then movie theaters franchises out there. Put IMAX and Dolby theaters in all the screens. When they do that, people will return to the movies because they want that experience. They want the seat to rumble when Superman flies over them.
That's why you go. Yeah,
exactly. You want to be in the movie.
I can't go till Tuesday. Everything's locked down until Tuesday.
That's crazy, man. I know.
This is so cool.
I saw some previews on the movie from the interviews from the characters, and my God, man, this is a total different take on Superman. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, it's the take I've wanted.
Yes,
the classic.
It's the adult.
I'm not a big
take.
Superman guy.
I'm not either,
right? But it's like I've wanted that more comic booky Superman, and Henry Cavill, one smoke show, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome Superman. But I don't know. It was just like, I'm Superman, grr, And I'm excited for this, like the Superman theme to kick in. You know what I mean? With the bright colors and the flag. Absolutely. And I'm pumped, dude.
I mean, what was Henry Cavill was in that Mission Impossible movie. I remember he was like,
oh my.
I mean, that's the most badass move ever I've ever seen. Yeah, when he pumped, he just got
so good in that movie.
Oh my God, he looked badass. He had to really build himself up for that movie. Anyway, we're fanboying out here. Well, I did
talk about Henry Cavill for the rest of the night.
I bet. I did see 2 movies this last weekend for 4th of July weekend. The first movie I saw in the Dolby Theater is the 7th movie of the series, Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, the critics give it 52%. They were not enthused, but the audience was right around 72%, which is, to me, usually I can read audience scores. It usually means that for a majority of the people, it was okay. And, I really knew what I was going into with this movie. I think everyone does these days when you watch a Jurassic World or whatever. But I really wanted to see some more badass dinosaurs. So off we went to see it. What can I say here? I mean, the story's pretty lame. It's the same old story. Scarlett Johansson, she kind of stole the show. She was just really good.
As she does.
I don't know if you knew this, but she's the highest paid actress to date for a movie now. A fun fact.
I did see that. Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But in the end, it's what I wanted from the movie. Just some mind-numbing entertainment, really. I give this one 3 stars. It was just okay. I mean, if you know what you're going to see, big badass dinosaurs, and there's some badass dinosaurs, let me tell you.
What's the thing is a lot of people, and I think we're getting back into that, right? Where it's cool to have like a crazy movie experience that like blows your mind. And there's so many hooks, and like, I didn't see that coming, or like stuff that really makes you think, or is art on a whole nother level. Yeah. Like at the same time, sometimes I just want to go to the movies and be like,
exactly.
Hell yeah. That was cool.
There's a reason that these movies
that
make
was
money.
Gone for a while. Yeah, absolutely, man. Sometimes, guess what? Life sucks. We want to just be entertained.
You just want to escape.
Is that wrong?
You just want to feel like you're in Jurassic Park, running from this big ass dinosaur. It doesn't even look like a dinosaur. Dude, I got to admit.
Yeah, dude.
The new dinosaurs they made, there was a bunch of hybrids that they mixed in this. I'm not going to give too much away, but holy shit, some of them are scary as hell, man. I mean, I was like, holy crap, man, that is awesome. The second movie I saw Well, I did see it in the highly promoted F1 movie starring Brad Pitt. He's a washed-up race car driver who has a shaky past, and his longtime friend and competitor at the time, played by Javier Bardem, who is a new owner of F1, calls him in to help turn his last-place team around. I mean, he had 0 points. And mainly, though, to help guide this young, talented driver that they just hired and are trying to season him, get him to learn the ropes and get him to settle down and be a little more wiser in how he drives and stuff. It's a pretty played out story. I mean, I think it was nicely done. It had good mix of racing with the personal relationship stuff, sandwiched in between. My wife thought there was too much racing. I thought it was perfect amount of racing for me. But I tell you what,
it's called F1. There should be a ton of racing.
Exactly. But the ending was really epic, which is what it just really what put this movie higher up on my rating. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 83% certified fresh from critics, and the audience loved it, 97%. I have to agree with the critics on this one, though. I give it a more conservative 4 stars. It's a very good movie, but on the edge of great. And if you wait for that ending, you don't even know what's going to happen. It's that good. So, and like you said, Superman is out, and as soon as I can get into a theater to watch it, and I can pre-book, and I just didn't book early enough, I guess. It's already sold out all weekend. So, doesn't matter. I'm going to be moving my mother-in-law's apartment, so I'll be busy anyway, but probably Tuesday.
Should really help you move? Superman will be a big help.
I'm thinking Wednesday, because Tuesday's Edge of Fate.
I do want to see that F1 movie. I got to say, I've been like this, Brad Pitt is the man, right? I love Brad Pitt.
He's just got that quality.
Not that he ever went away, but this revitalization of his career has been awesome.
Yeah.
It's like Bullet Train, one of the best movies I've seen in a long time, right? He was so good in it.
Yep.
Did you see that, was it on Apple, that Wolves movie with him and George Clooney?
That was very good. The ending was
phenomenal.
I was like, the ending, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But the ending was,
that was a great movie.
It was a good movie. It was very good. Yeah, it was a good movie.
I love me some Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
so I definitely want to see F1.
And Brad, I mean, come on. Pitt and Clooney. I mean, I want to see an Ocean's 14 or whatever. I want to see another one.
Please.
I'd love that kind of stuff. But I did see this new Apple comedy series, if you have Apple TV Plus, starring Owen Wilson. I mentioned this last week. Owen Wilson and Mark Maron. It's a comedy series about a washed-up pro ex-golfer who finds this young kid who thinks he's the next freaking Tiger Woods. The story again is kind of played out, but man, it's really well done. I just watched episode 8 last night, and it's very entertaining, and it's funny as hell. So, the usual stuff I usually watch through the week. I won't get into too much of that because most people know what I'm watching every week, but, Fantastic Four Origins, remember, is out the end of this month. That I'm going to definitely be watching. It's more of a stripped down historic view of how the Fantastic Four became to be, which sounds good. I like origin stories. Anything on your radar coming up that you're looking forward to other than Superman? Not to put you on the spot.
Superman's a big one, man. I love me some James Gunn. Let me see some upcoming movies here. I know there's a few, and they're just not on the top of my head right now, right?
All right.
Oh my God, I'm looking at a list. I don't recognize any of these.
There's a lot of artsy movies coming. I've looked ahead.
There are a lot of artsy movies, which is cool that we get to see some of that, though.
I that's what I tend to go to.
I do like me an artsy one every once in a while.
I like a movie that's kind of complicated, especially on the human element. So I usually tend to go to that kind of stuff. But you don't have to mention anything.
Apparently not. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the list. I don't think I'm actually excited for anything that I know about coming up.
I think the summer blockbusters are here, and I think Superman's the last big one.
Here, yeah.
There's some big ones coming up in the fall.
Naked Gun.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
I think that's out in August. I think it's August. I can't remember, but I think it's
August 1st. Yeah. We're pretty close to that. Yes.
That's gonna be hilarious.
That one I'm very excited for.
Shit.
I did see a trailer. Now we're popping. I found an actual list that has pictures of movies, so I can go off that.
There's a Jordan. There's a Jordan
for
Peele
that Guns Up movie.
Yep. There's a Jordan Peele movie coming out too about playing football. It's kind of like Any Given Sunday kind of movie. They look really good. It's very serious though. From Jordan Peele. I can't remember what the name of it is, but that one I saw the previews from that this weekend. Yeah, I mean Jordan Peele. I mean the guy's a genius. He just got the pulse on what everybody wants to watch right now. So I'm looking forward to anything that puts out. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I appreciate you catching up with me. We got so much to cover tonight. So if you're ready, I think it's time for This Week in Destiny. So we'll be right back.
In Destiny. We'll be right back. Test.
Okay.
Hey folks, Laz here with GDC Today. Do you have some litigation that you need stamped? Maybe some signatures, some I's dotted, some T's crossed? Well, we don't do that here. We just do some random chit-chat and all that. And you're listening to Guardian Downcast.
Okay, This Week in Destiny for July 10th, 2025. This Week in Destiny, we are just a few days away from our next expansion, The Edge of Fate. So how about we give you some more info about what is to come to ease the wait. We also have info about the next raid, including its name. And believe me, that's all they tell us. So check out the topics below and we'll get things started. The Edge of Fate is almost here, and our next raid is Ride of the Nine ends soon. There's a brief 002, which is some lore stuff, which I prefer people just to read because I'm terrible at reading that kind of stuff. Want to see the new artifact?
Is that another 00 agent?
No, it's just something else. Our new artifact we're going to talk about tonight, the armor mods update we're going to talk about tonight, and let's go over the incoming changes. And Bungie store has a good sale going on right now, so
let's go.
There we go. Edge of Fate, there was a launch trailer. This is the one with the phone, but everybody's excited. I think we can go that without set. But he had this is what I wanted to play for everybody on chat tonight. This is an actual developer insight called Taking Control. So I am going to, I actually have
Mass Effect 2.
I actually have on.
I will get it ready to press play so I can watch it live alongside you because I have the twit open.
I've got, I'm trying to find it here. Yeah, there it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here we go.
Here it is. Here we go.
Orin has lived so many lives in Destiny. She was a Golden Age human, and then awoken, and then a Guardian, and most recently became Emissary of the Nine. But it turns out it's an awful job. It radically alters your body. You surrender your control to beings much larger and more powerful than yourself. Orin traded liberty for power, and she's realizing it wasn't worth it. So she makes a big choice. She chooses to quit. Leaving the emissary position with a vacancy the Nine need to fill means that she's got one more role to play. Mentor to her replacement. Orin is reclaiming her agency. And when she makes that choice to quit, it raises a dozen new questions. What can happen if the emissary isn't around to stop something? What does quitting a 4-dimensional job do to a 3-dimensional brain? And most importantly, who is her replacement? How hard are the Nine going to have to search to find one? This release is about serendipity, that magical sense of finding desirable connections by chance, except here, chance isn't involved at all. Something more powerful than we are is. Great stories aren't built on the plot happening to characters. It's built on characters making choices that change the world. And Orin's choice to quit is what ignites the entire saga.
My will is my own.
World tiers are a new way to stack challenge in a way that players can directly control and earn better rewards for it. Each world tier increases the power delta versus enemies, adds new banes that change the way you approach encounters, and unlocks more secrets and pursuits to chase on Kepler. The higher you go in world tiers, the more you might need your fire team to get the job done. Because Kepler's highly focused on exploration and open-world combat, we wanted to make sure the entire destination offered a challenge level that players were eager to engage with. World Tiers 1 and 2 are available immediately, equivalent to a Brave and Legendary campaign. World Tiers 3 and 4 unlock after your first campaign completion on either difficulty, and the challenge feels more like an exotic mission or a Master Tier Nightfall. As you unlock later World Tiers, you'll find more opportunities to leverage your destination abilities, more secrets to find scattered throughout the world, and even some exotic pursuits. As you complete higher World Tiers, you'll be earning higher tier loot as well. Players can work their way through Legendary and Fabled tiers, climbing in Gear Tier and Power. And then on Mythic, the highest World Tier on Kepler, you'll also be able to unlock a unique armor variant with its own set bonus. This system is really about charting your own course, coming up with new strategies, uncovering hidden secrets, and earning cool loot along the way.
Is everybody awake now? I know that volume was much louder than what we usually talk at, but sorry about that. But what do you think, man? Does that sell it?
Another week, boys, and another twat.
Pretty close.
This week,
pretty close. The taking the World Tiers idea from like Diablo or something is brilliant, right?
Yeah.
Because my biggest gripe has always been the power grind, right? Because it's the same all the time, right? And I just get burnt out there. The World Tier thing is a super cool idea. I hope, are they going to do something like that with strikes as well?
Dude, you do not even know.
Okay, because like
there's a portal.
Being back in World of Warcraft.
No. Hear me out. There is a portal system that has solo ops for people who want to play alone, or maybe just have like an hour, and they just want to jump in, which is totally adaptable from easy to as hard as you want to make it, and you can mix and match your modifiers, and it gives you like a grade. Like the more modifiers you add and the harder you make it, if you get that grade to an A, that means you're going to have high level loot that's going to be falling. Of course, it's going to be hard as hell to play, but then you have Fire Team of 3, where you can play where you can go play with 3 other people. I think there's a matchmaking part too, where you can matchmake with people too. I think that's been debatable. If it's matchmaking or if it's actually 3 people built into a Fire Team. Everything has modifiers and how hard you want to make it. I mean, it is literally Fudd. It's like a Destiny 3, and Kingsley does not agree with me on this. He wants a full revamp, but this whole system, the way you're going to be playing Destiny in the future is totally changing. In fact, the world map that you open up to when you first enter the game, it's going to be the portal system instead. You can still toggle to the map system if you want to do it that way, but Kepler, the new planet, it won't even be on the map. You can only go through the portal to get to Kepler. So, I mean, the actual campaign will have side missions, little side stuff. It's a Metroidvania style gameplay. It's very much open world. You don't have to play it linearly, but I think you do kinda. But you can actually branch off. Yeah. There's 4 different regions of Kepler, and you can branch off and play different parts in whatever order you want. So it's really, really something Bungie has never done before when it comes to Destiny. We're used to that linear grind, linear play. The problem
it's definitely something needed.
Yeah, I mean, the problem I've always had, Fudd, the reason why I've lost motivation to play in-game stuff in Destiny is because the rewards, to me, the rewards weren't worth it. You know, I'm going to spend 3 hours going through a tough raid, and I'm only going to get an adept gear that's maybe 2% better, and I'm not even really going to feel it anyway. Unless I'm
same belt 9 times in a row.
Exactly. So
yeah.
And that's another thing too.
No, that's a really cool.
Yeah.
I'm cutting you off. Okay, it's my turn.
No, you talk.
Todd, listen.
No, I know. I love it when you cut me off. It means you're excited. I like it.
Listen.
God damn it.
I was never here. I'm on the next plane.
I was never here.
I'm on the next plane, dog. But no, like I was going to mention earlier, one of the best things that like WoW has done is the Mythic Plus dungeon system, right?
Right.
Where you have your normal heroic and then a mythic dungeon, but you can go into Mythic Plus And depending on what tier of that, Mythic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the way up, every few it adds a modifier that makes things more difficult, something you have to deal with as a team, whatnot, and that increases the reward you get. And I've said for years, if Destiny could do something anywhere close to that, that would be massive for them, right? It's another way to get gear. You choose how fast you want to go and how high you want to push it. And there will be people that want to push that number higher and higher to get more damage done, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, the fact that they're finally doing something sort of like that, chef's kiss, dude. I've been saying it for years, and here we are.
Well,
It's exciting.
I know typically what you do with Destiny content is you jump in, you play the campaign, you play the new stuff,
Correct.
and then you go play the raid.
I level up enough to do the raid.
And then you're peace out.
And I do the raid. I try to do the raid because we get a good group of people, right? I'll usually do the raid for another month and a half, weekly or twice a week, right? I have a really good time doing that. And that's basically the joy I get. And then I'm gone.
Yeah.
Because again, the grind itself is not fun for me. They're doing some things that are fun to me. But for many years, it's been the exact same loop that has not changed at all. And you work your ass off for a week and get 9 of the same belt. It's the same power level.
Exactly.
And you go, why am I here? Right. So yeah, no, this is a system that I've been really wanting for a long time. It's very interesting.
Fudd, you're going to really love the way they've changed things because that's always been my pet peeve when playing any games, especially a looter shooter, man. If it's a looter shooter, it's all about the reward, right? That's why you're playing a looter shooter. And now Bungie, supposedly, I haven't played it yet, so we don't know for sure if they're going to deliver.
Correct. On paper.
But they're saying that did you see the different kinds of ornaments of the armor, depending on what level you play with that? Did you see that on that developer live? They showed 3 or 4 different levels. They showed 3 different kinds of armor. They showed 3 different kinds of weapons. I mean, I'm excited. The armor system has totally been revamped. They've changed actually a few of the stats on your armor, and now it's not rounded up to the nearest 10. You actually get credit for every increment of stats that you put into your armor. There's so much there's so much to tell you, man. But we're going to kind of go over just a brief. That's what they're kind of doing tonight. Is they're kind of giving you just kind of a brief overhaul of what's going to be changing going into Destiny. So I want to try to keep moving here. Just want to let you know the only thing they told us about the raid is that it's called the Desert Perpetual. The Edge of Fate raid launches on Saturday, July 19th. We have as much to share about it. Not much to share about it. We are not spoiling anything today, just sharing its name, the Desert Perpetual. That's it. So,
Muad'Dib.
Yep. Oh, yeah, exactly. Maybe. I think it's something different. But as is tradition by now, the raid's going to launch in contest mode on the hardest difficulty. It'll be available for 48 hours. Those who look to the eternal glory or look for eternal glory may want to compete in the world's first raid race. I've kind of taken a backseat to this in the past because unless you just have a killer fire team, it's just really frustrating. But I like to go in just to see the first look at it, and then I just want to bail.
Oh, yeah.
But the first team to complete the raid on contest mode will earn raid belts, of course. We will share the final details on 717's TWID right before the world's first. On July 19th, just some information here. I'm going to briefly cover this. 10 p.m. Pacific time, hundreds of fire teams around the globe will compete to become the world's first race winners. But only one team will make it home to the coveted world first belts. We have some key details to help with your planning, including requirements for raid entry and updates. The contest mode will be enabled for 48 hours. Completing the Edge of Fate campaign on legendary difficulty will get you contest ready, or you may want to complete the campaign at normal difficulty and hunt for power before the raid goes live. We'll give you the exact power requirements prior to launch, so stay tuned to that. You have to complete the campaign. Fire teams don't need to return to orbit to finish the race. The first fire team to finish every encounter and loot final chests will be declared world's first winners and have their victory immortalized with the Desert Perpetual world's first raid belts. So pretty much all the other rules apply like they always have been. If you want to watch the race, though, Evan F. and I think Evan F. and who else was it? I thought it was someone else, but Evan F. 1997 will have the pre-show, and the full raid will follow 6:45 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. There's other streamers that'll also be, depending on what country you live in, there'll be other streamers too. CB Gray will be giving out limited codes for the Power of Hughes emblem. If you watch on his YouTube throughout the raid race as well. Remember to link your Bungie into your Twitch account. Hopefully everyone's already done that. It is the last week for Ride of the Nine, and I got to tell you something. This was supposedly Ludapalooza week, and there was an article by, was it Tassie? No, Ethan Gotch, who said people were deleting their characters and coming back and farming these free cosmetic items that they were giving. If you log in every day this week, it's Ludapalooza, you get a free item from the Edge of Fate, from the Ride of the Nine vendor. And what people were doing is they were getting their material, their cosmetic item, putting it into their inventory, deleting their account and coming back and getting it again. People were farming this, and finally, you know what?
Yeah.
Bungie said, that's it. Everybody out. And so now nobody gets it. So I don't know if they're going to, they said they're going to somehow give us something back over the weekend. I don't know what that's going to be exactly, but for now, I think they disabled it. So unless it's been changed, I haven't heard anything since. But yeah, there we go. So we're gamers, man. That's what we do. We figure out, they figure out how to get
do
the
anything
loot.
but just play the game.
Exactly. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's walk backwards off a cliff in trials.
That.
Let's do this.
If you have any Bungie rewards, remember to cash those in. If you've gotten a Bungie reward, you need to go to the store and cash it in, because you'll have that special code that'll take it from like $8 million to like, I don't know, $24.99 or whatever it ends up being. I think I have a few.
Poster is sweet, by the way.
Yeah, that is a nice poster. I like that 80s theme. I love 80s, like that journey. It's like 80s journey cover art. Yeah. I love that. I love that kind of stuff. They had a tournament, Ride of the Nine tournament, which is on the 10th, which has already happened because today is the 10th. So we'll skip by that. These were the prizes they were giving away for that. Here's the brief.
From the 10th through the 12th, though. So it is around for a couple days.
All right. So I talked about it last week. So there's so much to get to. I'm just kind of covering the stuff that's kind of new here.
Listen to last week, folks.
Yeah, go to last week's show. These people have, believe me.
Nailed it.
Gator is the world's only day one Sherpa. No, I'm far from that. I am no Sherpa. That's for sure. I don't play enough anymore to be a Sherpa.
You are, dude.
No.
You're hairy enough to be one.
I sure am. I could be. Anyway. There's a brief here if you want to read that. That is for the story, the intel, and that's kind of the lore stuff there. If you want to take your time and read that. Now the artifact, they shared everything that's going to be in the artifact going into Edge of Fate, and the artifact is called Implement of Curiosity. So let's get down to it. Let's see what we have here. Column 1, Anti-Barrier Scout and Pulse. Yes, I love Anti-Barrier Pulse because I use a lot of pulse rifles, but scout rifles are good too. They have Unstoppable Sidearm and Hand Cannon. You have Unstoppable Sniper Rifle, Overload Shotgun. I'm curious how that's going to work because you really have to be close to the bosses, and overloads are no joke, man. But they do have Overload Rapid Fire. Uninterrupted fire from your equipped auto rifles and submachine guns grants bullets at stun combatants, delaying their ability energy generation. I tell you, of all the bosses, the overloads are the biggest pains in the asses because it doesn't always proc when you want it to proc. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. All right, let's get into it. Column 2, Flame Fiber Freeze. Combines the solar and strand and solar and stasis siphon mods into one. That's nice. Authorized mods, scavengers. All scavenger mods are discounted. One with frost. While frost armor is active, stasis weapons gain increased reload speed and stability. Stasis swords gain increased guard resistance. Tightly woven.
Sexy.
While woven mail is active, gain increased class ability and grenade stats. That might be good for the raid even. Rapid precision rifling. Rapid precision hits or final blows with scout rifles grants them increased reload and reduced incoming flinch. I hope, please tell me that works in Crucible. I'll be definitely taking advantage of that. Column 3.
Probably not.
I hate flinch.
Because you want it to.
It's
not going to.
It's such a bit.
Flinch sucks, dude.
It does. I can't even snipe anymore. It's so hard.
I already suck. Like, I'm struggling with just the regular recoil. I don't need flinch on top of it.
The problem is there's so much flinch already with sniper rifles But some nights I'll just be playing Iron Banner or just bullshitting with the community. I'll just pull out the sniper rifle and I've gotten some good shots in. I'm going to surprise myself. All right. Column 3, baby. Fever and Chill. Rapid precision hits with solar weapons grant Radiant. Rapid precision hits with stasis weapons grants Frost Armor. That's a cool perk.
A lot.
That's a cool perk. Elemental Benevolence, granting allies an elemental buff, gives a class ability energy. Okay, that could be helpful. Frost Renewal, while you have Frost Armor, taking critical damage, releases a burst that freezes nearby combatants and grants Frost Armor to you and your allies. Holy shit. Okay.
Melee Titans, that's for you.
Oh, God. Here we go. I know.
Yeah, baby.
That's you. Reciprocal Draw. Rapid non-sidearm final blows grant sidearms a period of increased damage for a short time upon next draw. That could be helpful in a Crucible as well. Refresh
Very
Threads.
True.
Picking up an elemental pickup matching your subclass element or Tangle while you have Strand Super grants energy to your least charge ability. Okay. That's kind of pedestrian. They've always had something like that.
That's nice.
Column 4.
Yeah.
Threaded Blast. Destroying a Tangle with a strand damage increases the radius of the explosion and its damage. Okay. Carterized Darkness. Stasis or strand debuffed non-boss combatants take increased solar damage from all sources. Let me say that again.
Yeah.
Stasis or strand debuffed non-boss combatants take increased solar damage from all sources. Okay.
Yeah.
Solar Warlock.
As a Solar Titan, yes.
Warlock, you mean?
Yes.
Elemental.
Pretty much what I meant to say there. Sorry.
Elemental. I love you, man. Elemental Days. Stunning a champion with an elemental weapon creates an elementally aligned explosion, applying a matching elemental debuff to them and nearby targets. Okay. I'll have to test that and see how that works. Shoulder to shoulder. Oh, this sounds like a Titan. Dealing sustained precision damage against combatants while near 2 or more allies grants you damage resistance. That could be good.
Oh, no.
These are pretty.
That's for all you warlocks who just sit in the back.
Please. Elemental Coalescence.
Yeah, okay, Mike.
Defeating targets has the chance to create an elemental pickup matching your equipped super element. Okay. And column 5, barely see it. I'm sorry. Radiant Shrapnel.
You mean read it?
No, I got it. No, I'm just saying our viewers can only see a portion of it. Dealing sustained.
Oh, I got you.
Dealing sustained weapon damage while radiant or defeating a scorched combatant with a weapon causes the target to release solar projectiles that deal damage and scorch on impact. Okay. We'll have to see how big those explosions are. Shield Crush, while you have Woven Mail, Frost Armor, or Void Overshield. All right. I got my attention. Your melee recharges faster and deals increased damage. Okay. While you're amplified or radiant, your grenade recharges faster and deals increased damage. Okay. That might be one to check off the list. Elemental Overdrive.
That one.
Picking up an elemental pickup or Tangle grants increased damage to weapons of all the same element. Okay, that could be big. Tangled Web.
Yeah.
Creating a tangle by defeating a strand debuff target suspends nearby combatants. Frigid Glare. While Frost Armor is active, Stasis Precision Final Blows cause combatants to release a freezing burst. That could be fun too. Okay. What do you think, man?
Some of these strikes and stuff with a lot of ads running around, a lot of these could be really... I'm seeing a lot of really good ad clear ones in here, which is great.
This is good. Well, think about it, man. Well, I mean, you don't know much about what's coming up, but we're going to have a lot of activities.
Okay, that's rude.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
No, it's fine. Hey, whatever. It's just your opinion. Go on.
Hey, Willem Scream. How you doing, man? Good to see you here, brother. Yeah, we're going over the TWAB. I'm educating my friend here, Mr. ElmmerFuddGames.
Trying to I don't know anything. Apparently.
No, he doesn't know anything. He's
no, it's fine.
You're a day one player. I'm just saying.
It's not a big deal, dude. It's just your opinion. It just hurts my feelings. Let's just move on. It's fine.
All right. Where's the
I don't even care.
But technical difficulties. All right.
Beep. Thank you. Your viewership is very important to us.
Please stand by. Armor mods changes. Hi, all Sandbox team here again, but one more time. With all the changes coming to the Sandbox and Edge of Fate, we found that there were a few armor mods that needed attention to better fit into the newer system. So let's talk about them. First is the introduction of the new ammo meter system. I don't know if you did. I don't know if you knew about this. I'm just saying if you didn't, instead of praying that you get a special or a heavy weapon ammo block to fall, now you're going to have a meter FUD. And as you get more and more kills, when that meter fills up, you automatically get a block. So you can determine when you're going to start getting a block of ammo, which is fantastic. I love this change that they've made. Like I said, that has been added. For example, we've replaced the inventory stat on weapons with a new ammo generation stat. Oh man, which affects how much a given weapon contributes to your ammo meter. So not only do you have ammo meters, but you're going to have all these other factors that determine how quickly it fills up. I'll definitely be looking into this, especially for raid groups and stuff. That's going to be fun. And selected specific fixed or minimally viable ammo inventory values for each weapon type. This includes or impacts various armor mods. That's what I was mentioning. Armor mods are another way we'll be able to do it too with your given armor that you're using with those new stats they have. Ammo finders now improve contributions to the corresponding meter. In other words, special finder increases special meter gains. So you can still use the special finder and heavy finder mods. This is awesome. And can stack. Oh, hell yeah.
That's the important part. I saw that.
Dude,
that is massive.
There's going to be so much fun making builds. And that's another thing. The build crafting is totally different now, Fudd. It's going to be, we're all starting at 10 power and we're all starting from scratch. It's a total wipe. And all your armor that you have now, there's going to be a new 3.0 armor that has different tiers depending on how hard a content you're playing. I mean, it's the same way with weapons, by the way. Anyway, reserve mods on chest armor have been deprecated and replaced with ammo generation mods. Fantastic. Which improves the ammo generation stat of weapons matching their damage type and can stack. Holy shit, I'm excited.
Can stack.
I'm excited.
Yeah, baby.
Woo. All right. Scavenger mods will continue to work as before and continue to be disabled in the Crucible.
And cannot stack.
Cannot stack. Okay. Scout mods
have been... And no Crucible, buddy.
Oh, Scout mods have been deprecated. I guess because of the ammo meter. Everyone has their own ammo meter now, so that makes sense. Okay.
That makes sense.
That was a nice thing to have, though, doing raids. Okay, in addition to ammo-related changes, some other armor mods have gotten some adjustments to account for the stat changes coming with Armor 3.0. First, we have the basic stat mods. Armor mods that influence stats such as the +10 stat mods, artifice mods, and font mods have been converted to use the Armor 3.0 stats. Basic armor stat mods now all have the same mod energy cost. I love that. All +10 stat mods now cost 3 energy, and all +5 stat mods now cost 1 energy. Yeah, they made things much more affordable now. Yeah.
That was tough, man.
With the release of Edge of Fate, the player-facing mobility stat will be deprecated, while each Guardian will have its effect set to base value, the equivalent of 30 mobility for Titans and Warlocks and 40 for Hunters. Guardians that prefer to stay a little more mobile needed a more flexible way to access those effects. So they've added a new
baby.
They've added a new legs armor mod, Enhanced Athletics, which increase your base movement speed and jump. For 1, 2, and 3 stacks, provides the equivalent of +30, 50, and 60 of the previous available. Okay, this is what I was worried about in Crucible. Yes. I was worried about. I like my what is it? Your
take your time. We're here for you.
Your strafe speed.
You'll get there.
Your strafe speed. When you're in a gunfight, you're strafing back and forth. The only way you could increase that is by maxing out your mobility stat. So now mobility's gone. So this is the way they're going to make up for it. So I will definitely be paying attention to this because strafe speed is going to be so important.
Warlocks, you're going to want that increased jump height for those puzzles in the raid.
Warlocks aren't going to have any problem. Back. Oh no, Warlocks are going to have any problem making jumping puzzles, sir.
That's what you say. Anyway,
it's going to be next? It's going to be those poor little hunters with their little 3 jump. Anyway,
yeah.
Oh god,
there's
more. There's more. Note additional mobility bonuses provided as some of the part of some other effects, such as the amplified effect and lightweight frame weapons, will continue to boost movement. Good, that's good to know. And will jump height as they have previously. The new version of the mobility stat will have a higher upper limit than it currently does in live, allowing you to stack up to 130 points instead of just the previous 100. So you can gain additional benefits from multiple sources in ways that were not possible pre-Edge of Fate. You see what I'm talking about, man? The build crafting is going to be bonkers. You can go to 200 now, by the way. All the stats go to 200.
I love that.
Every point counts. None of this multiples of 10 BS. where you had to be, an even 10 number. Yeah, no more of that crap.
Dude, we're Guardians. Let us be nuts.
Willem, I'm telling you, man, I'm so freaking pumped. I'm so pumped for all this too, man. Hey, just a quick reminder that we have several Destiny 2 clans, and we invite all of you to be a part of it. If you're looking for a home to share your Destiny experiences, now be a great time to jump in and get to know some of these great gamers. We're here for the community and friends you make along the way, and no hardcore restrictions. And enjoy what time you have for Destiny is all we ask. So if you're looking for a clan out there, join our Discord. That's discord.gg/GuardianDownCast, and just reach out to a mod, and we'll open the door for you. So join us, and later, Guardian. The leg armor mod recuperation has been a mainstay across the game for quite a while now, owing to its nearly unconditional benefit to survivability. While essential for the survivability for certain builds, its nature as a must-pick option has reduced the amount of space other legs mods have to thrive. With the Armor 3.0 stat rework, this need for a subclass agnostic healing source is now covered by the health stat, let alone the many other tools such as the weapon perk heal clip. I've got a lot of those introduced in the Season of the Witch, or some of the new set bonuses coming with Edge of Fate. Forgot to tell you this, Fudd. Armor now has set bonuses.
Listening.
If you have so many types of the armor, the same kind of armor, you will get. You know how some of the raid armor has special bonuses, special perks and stuff that gives you things you can do stronger in raids.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be innate with the armor. Depending on what armor you're getting, it's going to have set bonuses for it. Yeah, they're passive.
Pieces?
They're
Let's
passive.
Go.
It's going to be sweet. With Warcry, I'm ready to start over. I know you are, brother. I'm excited, dude. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this without fanboying out too much. Okay.
Dude, that's what this podcast is for. Fanboy away, dog.
Well, this is the waiting room for Edge of Fate. Our goal is for recuperation to remain a helpful pick for more aggressive subclasses and builds without... I just said that. No, I didn't. Okay.
It's okay.
Our goal for recuperation to remain a helpful pick for more... This is recovery. For more aggressive subclasses and builds without other access to healing, or for players who want to save their armor stats for more flashy options. However, its current impact on one of the most fundamental problems Guardians face does not match its low cost. So we reduced its impact. We'll be keeping an especially close eye on this change throughout the Edge of Fate to ensure that it is having the intended effect rather than invalidating builds that rely on its effect to function. Okay. So they reduced the healing granted by the collection of orb power with recuperation armor mod equipped from 70 to 15. Oof. That stings. That stings. Because I use recuperation mods on just about everything.
Yeah.
It's that class item mod.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. Okay. Now, they have everything that they've talked about. Everything they've talked about right here in separate articles here. And the one thing I wanted to make sure I clicked on tonight is I wanted to lay out what's coming for the next year. I think that's important to talk about here. So I'm going to click this. And this is the Edge of Fate year of reveal. But this is what I wanted to show everybody. This is what's coming for Year of Prophecy. You're going to get the main expansion, which is Edge of Fate. You were going to have 2 seasonal passes. You're going to get the rewards pass that comes with it, which is the season's called Reclamation. And then you're going to have a major update in September 9th, which is only, what? July. Okay.
The next month.
3 months. No. July.
So,
I can't count. July,
September.
August, September. So less than 3 months. Okay. So September 9th, that's like 2 months away. So 2 months and away. So you're going to get another reward pass, a brand new one. That's going to be pretty cool. And then the second half of the year, December 2nd, you're going to get the Destiny 2 Renegades. I don't know if you've heard about this, Fudd, but this is going to be Star Wars themed.
Oh, I remember seeing a trailer. I thought it was just the stuff pack. I didn't realize there's a whole. Yep. So there's a whole expansion that's Star Wars themed?
Yep. It's called Lawless. Is going to be this season. You're going to get a reward pass for that. But then again, in March 3rd, which again is, okay, that's 4 months away. You're going to get another rewards pass and you're going to have a major update called Shadow and Order. Now, one thing I know about Ash and Iron is they are heavily leaning on a brand new, not Rise of Iron, Iron Banner. Iron Banner, supposedly Iron Banner is going to be revamped, which is, I love to play Iron Banner. I live for Iron Banner.
I know you love that.
Every time it's in town, I usually put everything aside. So yeah, that's basically
Say
that.
no to me to do stuff because Iron Banner's around.
Exactly.
Yep.
The core, like I said, you got to pay for the Edge of Fate, but the core updates available for all. Ash and Iron major updates available for all. You do have to pay for the expansion Renegades. And then, of course, available to all is the next major update, which is these are the seasonal breaks. The seasonal breaks will be up free to everybody. Now, one thing I will say too is that the seasonal passes are going to be much more rewarding for the free track and the paid track. We'll have much more rewards. So let's see. I want to make sure something else I mentioned here as far as what's coming up. We talked about that. Sorry, it makes me start all over again. Very good. They did show some content creators who went to Bungie and played it, and they answered a lot of questions for people. That's what these two articles are about. Iron Banner and Gambit, I've already read these. In Edge of Fate, Iron Banner and Gambit are going to be taking a hiatus and will not be back until Ash and Iron. Yeah, exactly. So
they will be back in September. Got it.
Necromancer, I thought the artifact was going away. Hope they change that so we can figure with save loadouts. I don't know exactly. They've been a little foggy on that. Me and Kingsley and I have both talked about that, and he seems to think it's going to go away with a new artifact for a new season. So yeah, I know Fudd would have a great time playing Iron Banner with the group. I know, I agree.
Doesn't the old artifact always go away when you get into the new stuff? Or am I misremembering?
Well, with every season you get a new artifact. So yeah, I mean it makes sense that it goes away.
Yeah, and so the old one, they always have gone away. So why wouldn't this next one do that?
I think here's the thing. Ash and Iron is an update. It's not a new. Is it a new season?
Correct.
It is.
Okay, I see what the question is. Yeah.
It says it's a major update.
Ash of Iron's a major update, but it is available to everybody. So it's not a paid update. So I would assume that Edge of Fate, Ash of Iron, all that stuff, you have the one artifact, and then Renegades will be probably another artifact for that.
And there will be a new seasonal track or new season pass bar or whatever, battle pass, whatever you want to call it. So definitely they're only going to 110 on the battle pass, on the pass, whatever, season pass bar. But what they're doing is 1 to 100 is normal. But from 100 to 110 is 500,000 per space up to 110. So you got basically
and
50,
from what I was looking at
50,
in that
000.
first 100 is like a lot more stuff.
They increase so many
number be smaller, rewards be longer or larger.
Exactly.
Which is I like that.
Yeah, exactly. The Armor 3.0 ability balance pass and season pass updates. I got to show you the portal, man. I got to show you how the portal. I got to show you Armor 3.
Picture.
Let's show you Armor 3.0 because they're probably going to have a graphic in here, and I'll make sure.
There it is. Armor 3.0 and tiering system.
Yeah, we'll show it here. That's redacted stuff.
Okay,
they have a picture here.
2-piece, 4-piece, baby. I raid WoW, dog.
Yes,
this all looks familiar to me.
Yep.
This is what I've been wanting.
This is World of Warcraft. Same thing.
Come on, baby. It's years behind, but we're there, and that's all the matters. So we made it.
They got there. Finally.
Oh yeah, baby. 2-piece, 4-piece.
Look how everything's
boost,
changing.
Big
here.
abilities.
Yep. See how this is how the stats have changed. I got to take this back off. I got to take that. It's too wide. The stats have changed. You now have health, melee, grenades, super, class, and weapons. And weapons, the higher that weapons number, the more damage you do with your weapon. Any weapon.
Yes, it should be.
So instead of having resistance being they've changed that to health. Melee, obviously, it makes sense. Grenade makes sense. Super, yep, makes sense. And class, this is your class item. So this is how they're changing things up. And you can see here the base, the power, everybody starts at 10. The hard cap is 200, but you can go up to 450 is the pinnacle cap. You can see we got a lot of grinding to do to get to there. So it almost feels like a Destiny 3 because we're starting all over on the power grind. But just keep this in mind, Fudd. 200. Once you reach 200 power, which you'll be able to play a lot of activities once you hit 200 power, and I have a feeling you're going to raise up pretty quick because they're going to be very generous with rewards. Everybody wipes to 200 every season. You reset to 200. So if you see it says 200 plus 110 in blue here, that's the artifact power, just like it has always been with what we do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But you can see the mods, everything is very different. And you can
a
see
lot more
here
weapon perks here.
Like this is the force converter. When you have two pieces, after a final blow with any rocket or grenade launcher, sprint for a short time to gain speed booster. If you have 4 pieces of this armor, once per activation, sprinting while critical health being suspended or being slowed by a stasis effect will immediately grant speed booster for a short duration. So this is the class specific, armor specific origin trait that you can get the more you put on. So just wanted to show you that. Okay, let's go back to another article here. I want to show you.
I like that a lot.
I want to show you this part too.
I'm a big fan of this.
You knew exactly what we're talking about. Good. So you're up to speed. Now here's what everyone is going to see.
Yep. This is looking very familiar.
Yeah. Here's what everyone is going to see when day one comes.
Okay.
You're going to see this portal system just like this. And this portal system, this is the campaign portal system. You can see a solo op
portal. That's what you're looking at.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
It's on screen. If you're on Twitch, it'll come up much faster. You have your solo ops.
Oh, I'm just looking at the twit here.
I'm going to be jumping into solo ops right after the campaign, probably because I want to see how rewarding it is with the solo ops play here. Then you have fire team ops. This is the 3-man activity I was telling you about. You know what pinnacle ops are going to be? All of they're going to have a group of all of the prior exotic missions. That's where you can get your exotics here, and and also the catalyst to get the catalyst form as well. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. And then what moonshine? Yeah, this is moonshine. All. I'm Warcry. Sorry, moonshine is the Discord.
Oh, sorry. I was like, I'm not seeing moonshine on the edge of fate here.
No,
that sounds
there
awesome.
is no
what
moonshine. No, there is
that the party hub?
No, there's no party hub. But pinnacle ops. Just keep in mind,
Mountain Dew.
pinnacle ops will be all exotic missions from the past. And they'll probably integrate.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And you can get, I believe you can get,
because I thought that was, because before you had your regular upgrades and then you had your pinnacles you did every week. So I thought that's what that was.
No,
so thank you for explaining that.
No,
okay,
it's
cool.
all exotic missions from the past that you maybe not had a chance to play.
Because those are fun to scroll around the map and try to find all the time.
Oh, exactly.
And now they're in one spot.
They're making it so much easier for the new player. It's very intuitive the way this is set up. And then, of course, for Jeff, Warcry, which all he plays is Crucible. Hey, Warcry, you finished Final Shape mission yet? I know you're in the chat. I want to hear you. You finished Final Shape yet? Crucible Ops is all Crucible all the time. So, yeah. Crucible. And I believe Solo Ops has, I don't know if they have a Crucible node in here or not, but Solo Ops covers like special missions you can replay. They haven't shown a whole lot with solo ops. That's why I'm going to jump right into it right away because I want to tell everyone about it.
I want to throw something your way.
Yeah, man.
When you get a chance.
Yeah, what's up?
Just because it's just me and you talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm well aware of a rant you've gone on a million times, right? About trying to do bounties and strikes and everyone's bum rushing through and just killing everything, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So, this is something they need to do, but this may not be the right moment in the podcast, but I've been wanting to talk to you about this.
Okay.
They added a thing in World of Warcraft, right?
Okay.
Called follower dungeons, right? So you load into a dungeon with a full like NPC AI group, tank, healer, DPS, whatever role you aren't. They fill that spot. So it's an instant queue. So you're not having to wait for people to join up and jump in, right?
Right.
But there's an option you can toggle where they lead you through it or they have to follow you. So if you had something like that in strikes, you could still get the damage you need to get stuff done, but you could go at your whatever pace you want and get all your stuff done.
I have news for you, sir. Solo Ops has solo strikes.
Look at that.
No
Look
more,
at that.
no more bullshit players running ahead of you because you're trying to get kills with a scout rifle and a strike. You're gonna have solo strike
While airborne, backwards,
exactly
with an eye patch on, and your foot over your head.
And you run up to the encounter and you're like, they're all dead already. Great. I just gotta go find another game. I hated that shit. I'm not trying to.
I've heard that rant 100
I know.
times,
I'm not
and
trying to sound like a prude.
time.
I'm not trying to sound like a prude, but I'm just saying.
No, but you're right. You're there to get something done. And
can I enjoy the
rushing.
strike at my pace, please? Thank you. Yeah.
No.
Oh, Warcry. Warcry is
only
not,
week 1.
Warcry. You have not finished
Probably
it.
Warcry.
I can't find it in Crucible. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna, dude, you are missing out. That is such a great, it's a great campaign, man. Oh my God. You don't need it to play Edge of Fate, but holy crap, man, you really missed the great, that.
Here's what they need to do. They need to add it in where if you die 5 times in a row, it just spawns you in the campaign.
Oh, I didn't tell you this, Fudd.
Without a kill?
There's a modifier in Fire Team Ops where if you have a kill hog in your fire team in a strike, it starts adding difficulty to them, and takes more shots for them to kill the enemies. I kid you not. It is a modifier in Fire Team Ops.
That's so good.
Yeah. So I thought that was good. Anyway, that is that. I don't think there's anything else I need to show on this. No. Okay. I'll go back and I'm just making sure we've covered everything here so everybody sees.
There's a lot here, man.
It's a mega twab. They were actually late getting it out today because there was just so much to do. Let's see. The portal, the new hub, we talked about that. Weapons, power, and economy updates. I pretty much covered that. Weapons, you're going to have tier 1 through tier 5 weapons, depending on how hard. Well, you know what? Let's just cover it real quick. Just so I can show you I'm hoping there's an infographic that'll show these new tier of weapons.
States, there it is.
Did I not? Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Actually, there was a dev article that explained this better, but all you need to know basically is the harder activity, the more modifiers you throw into your activity, whether it's solo ops or fire team with someone else, the higher tier loot you're going to get, whether it's armor or weapons. Now, the higher tier weapons up to tier 5 will have, you know how now, I don't know if you've done this lately, but you have to, you basically have to use a bunch of enhancement cores to enhance your perks to make them like adept almost. So, or, when you crafted weapons, you could make the perks enhanced on your weapon if you got to a certain level on the weapon. Well, supposedly these tier weapons, at the higher you get with the tiered weapons, they're going to have up to 3 available on the powerful columns and on the barrel perks and on the mag perks. The higher tier weapon you get, the more options you're going to have, and they're all going to be enhanced. And it's going to have its own special moving ornament on it. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. Now, if you get tier 1, that's a base weapon. Tier 2 will have 2 enhanced perks. Tier 3 will have 2 columns, or maybe 2 columns of enhanced perks. Tier 4 will be that they'll start throwing in the mag and barrel perks in there. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm getting excited just talking about it. And I'm sorry, Amazing Taco King. Kingsley's not here to rein it in. It's just me and Fudd tonight.
Yeah.
Kingsley's not here to say, hold on
someone's
now,
excited
cowboy.
about Destiny on a Destiny podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah. The week before release.
Yeah. Necromancer says there's probably a lot of items not locked down until the night before TWID. Yeah. Hard to say. Yeah, you're probably right there. Okay. Anything else in the TWAB here? Remember, if you gift or sub to someone who streams Destiny, you get this emblem right here. I got this today on Astrocross's stream because I wanted to make sure I had it for myself. Really nice, old school. I'm an old school gamer, so I had to get that emblem. So really, really cool emblem there.
You should have done the podcast in the Destiny 2 things. People could have gotten that emblem watching the podcast.
They could have. I didn't think about that, but you know what? I think JD Kent's got to have it because he's gifted so many subs in my Twitch account, in my Twitch channel. He's got to have that emblem because I have the link. I have the overlay, the Bungie overlay for drops. So you should be able to get all that stuff. Yeah. Shit's broken basically, probably support, but I did want to mention, this is very important, about the actual day of the new update, the big massive update and the big expansion. Here is the timelines. Next Tuesday, July 15th, maintenance for update 9.001 will begin. Below is a timetable of events. So 4 a.m. Pacific, that is 7 o'clock a.m. God's time, Eastern time, if you haven't caught up. That's when maintenance will begin. 5:45 a.m., I gotta do the math, 8:45 on the East Coast, it's brought offline. 10 a.m. Pacific, which is reset, 1 a.m. or 1 p.m., Destiny 2 will be brought back online. Update will be playable on all platforms and regions. And 12 p.m. Pacific, Destiny 2 maintenance will be scheduled to complete. So you'll be able to play at reset on Tuesday. But just remember, if you're going to be grinding out that very last minute, just know that, what's it look like, about 7 a.m.? You're pretty much screwed if you're going past 7 a.m. because that's going to be dark times.
Yeah.
Dark times for Destiny 2 for that part of the morning. So just know if just get your grinding out the night before. That's all you got to worry about doing. So, PlayStation beginning 7:15 after 6 a.m. All PlayStation users can start pre-downloading the update. I will be doing that. Navigate.
What is that? Sunday?
7:15.
So everyone can start the pre-download. No, PlayStation's on the 13th.
Yes. Thank you. I do tend to skip stuff. I do apologize. Yes, on the 13th after 6 a.m.
It's a lot of random numbers on the screen.
I know. A lot of numbers coming at me. 9, I did take my medicine though. I should be good tonight. 9 a.m. Eastern time, you'll be able to auto-update and download on your PlayStation. If you don't have a PlayStation, sucks to be you. Not hating, just saying. 7:15 though, after 6 a.m., PlayStation users can start pre-downloading the update by navigating to Destiny 2, pressing the options button, and selecting check for update. I do that all the time. Xbox, well, shit. They can do it too.
Sunday as well?
They can do it too. Same time.
Yeah.
Steam.
How'd that go?
Steam. There we go. 7:15. You can't get in early on Steam. Sorry. If you're on PC, it sucks to be
we only need 8 minutes on Steam.
I'm on PC. You're right.
7 hours on PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to copy files on your... that's why they did it. Who
plays Destiny through the Epic Games Store?
Some people do. A lot of cheaters do too. 7:15.
I can't say that. I played Apex through the Ubisoft, not the Ubisoft, the EA launcher for a long time, like an idiot. So, no, anyone on Epic Games Store, don't listen to me. I'm a moron.
No, we love all our players, no matter where they come from. Storage requirements: 154 gigs for PlayStation 5, 319 for PlayStation 4. Get out of here.
Woo.
Xbox Series X and S, 148 gigs. Xbox One, 140. Steam, 331 gigs. That's what you have to have available, guys. It doesn't mean the final product's going to be that big. Epic's Game Store through 29. Microsoft Store, 138. It looks like it's going to be anywhere from 138 to 182 gigs size-wise in your hard drive permanently. So there you go. All right. Known issues list. We're finalizing our list to contain information we're investigating that we want players to be aware of prior to the launch of Edge of Fate. We expect this list to be published before the drop goes live on. So look for that. I'm sure they'll tweet out something. I'll share it in the Discord. Remember, claim your seasonal rewards. All your season pass items, your seals, your rewards, season vendor items, Shax, Zavala, all the Ingrams. Get those Ingrams. They'll go away. Banshee's not going to be here the same way next Tuesday. So make sure you get those. I got like 84 Ingrams that I got to go through from Banshee on 3 accounts.
Take some time.
Then your Bungie rewards to the Bungie store. Remember, you get those codes that drop. They're like a little item in your inventory. Make sure you go cash that in at the Bungie store because it resets and goes away. Destiny content vault updates. With the start of year 8, year 8 of Destiny 2, certain items will be deprecated from player inventories that correspond with vaulted activities and seasonal campaigns. They will then be moved to the Destiny content vault. We have updated the Destiny content vault article to reflect these changes. So in other words, go to the article and it'll tell you what is going to disappear. It's going to go away anyway, so don't worry about it. I will tell you this: your upgrade modules won't be used next season, but you will be able to cash them back in for what you paid for them, which is 5,000 Glimmer and a enhancement core. Just want to throw it out there too.
Hell yeah.
Lots of and look at this Expedition 33 remake of Destiny.
That's what I was laughing
beautiful.
at. That is the coolest.
They made that game. They made that game. I'm there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm there with bells on.
Ooh.
Nice. Movie of the
Baby,
week.
that looks so good.
Well, with that, the final TWID before the launch of Edge of Fate is complete. We hope everyone is ready for what is to come. Some of you might be working towards getting your vaults, gear, builds, and more sorted out. You still have time to do that, or to complete some of the triumphs you are missing to earn that last-minute Rite of the Nine or Heresy gear, or complete seasonal challenges to get some extra bright dust. That's what I'll be doing. We can't wait to see your reactions for the new content and hear your feedback and the new systems that we have implemented. Our goal is to keep Destiny 2 fresh, fun, and overall, that it's still a game you love to play for years to come. A decade is nothing. Boy. You know what? That goes back to what Alison Lure said in that video, that Vidoc we saw. Said it's not about the stories. It's about how the characters choose and change things in the worlds. That's what I'm really looking forward to seeing. I really hope that's true, that they're going to do things like that. So awesome. Well, that is, thank you to HD Tech. Thanks for the lurk, buddy. I know you're doing stuff right now. That is the
Did you get Star Citizen to work, Tech? Please tell me. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Personal conversation.
No, all good. All good. Let's get back to there we go. Original setup here. Thanks everyone for enduring that. I try not to read too much, but, there's some stuff that's just better.
That's a lot of, well, it's the week before the launch.
It's
like that's when you should be reading a lot of information.
And Kingsley hates going over TWAB, so he's probably laughing right now in Vegas. Well, he's watching a show right now anyway, but, probably watching Celine Dion or something. Who knows?
He's probably watching Andor.
No, in his hotel room. I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not.
He's watching Celine Dion. He's watching Andor with Celine Dion.
Oh, that I can believe. Okay.
She's just on stage watching it and be like, have you guys seen this? While like shoving food in her mouth. It's crazy.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what. All right. That is everything for the TWAB for July 10th, the few days before Edge of Fate.
Hey guys, my name is Hawkslayer, and you're listening to Guardian Downcast.
All right, for our topic of the week, in lieu of the recent 9,000 Microsoft employee layoffs, I wanted to pose the question, is the way games are being made changing before our eyes? Because there's a lot of things that have been happening that are really wigging me out. As I mentioned in a past roundtable episode, that was episode 293, I was going over the state of gaming, that report from Aphelion. It was a venture capital firm. This was a report that they put out to investors. And they made a pretty bold statement that gamers were not the customer anymore. The investors were. And we were basically just a mechanism by which gaming companies keep their investors happy. The TLDR of the report was that investors flocked the video game industry, during the pandemic period, which they classify as 2020 to 2023. And this new money flowing into the industry created a big spike in hiring. More developers and companies were literally spoiled with this influx of investment. However, come 2024, when the projections fell really short from the capital firms' reports, the investors started beginning to leave the industry, chasing what is now what they're saying is the hottest thing, which I agree. There's all the rise of AI companies out there that are emerging. Basically, the utter temptation of making number go up. Hey, I'm a stockholder. I want to make sure my portfolio goes up every year. I can't blame them. But this is when CEOs of leading gaming companies began laying off masses of employees trying to keep the stock price steady and to keep the industry attractive, to keep investors to hang in there. So here we are in 2025. We're hearing of yet another mass layoff from a giant Microsoft company, including many of Xbox's latest acquisitions, some development companies even being closed down flat out. Rumors are that Microsoft is gathering funds for a bigger jump in AI development for its Copilot platform. So this begs the question, is this the new norm for the gaming industry? I mean, it's been speculated that CEOs shedding human capital has been only a stopgap for the impending stagnation of the gaming industry that's going to be coming. So how will companies grow their value going forward? I'm not trying to sound like a downer here, But it's kind of ironic that the gaming companies have been chasing the investors instead of making games for their players. There have been a few studios that have not lost their focus on the player. Larian Studios, they come to mind after scolding other developers for not valuing their dev teams and listening to their player bases. You remember that statement they made in last year's Game Awards?
Much so.
You know, there's only been 2 games that have diverted my attention from Destiny 2, and that is a high praise. Because I used to say this for the longest time, all I play is Destiny.
I only play Destiny.
I only play Destiny, man. That's all I do. The first game was made by one person, and it won awards for it, and I found out about this game when my power was out last October when Hurricane Milton hit Florida really bad and took our power out, and mobile games were all I could access. I didn't have any internet. So I found this game my son had been telling me about called Balatro. I put over 100 hours into this game as it was just so much fun to play. It was so motivating to keep playing. And it's a very, very simple gaming model. Now, the second game was made by a studio of only 33 employees. And if Kingsleymac hadn't made a bet that I wouldn't play it, I probably wouldn't even be talking about it today. And that's Clair Obscur Expedition 33. 2 amazing games made by a grand total of 34 employees. I know this is going to make a lot of people mad, but are the big studios too bloated with management and fluff these days? We all know what happened to Bungie when Sony came knocking on the door and the layoffs that followed. I mean, I guess we're going to see if that move was a mistake when we try out the new expansion this next week, but it does make me wonder. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think the developers on the floor are complacent, but maybe the management that sets the direction for games these days are where we need to look. We all know the problems that Bungie management had and why there were, many were shown the door, but I got to put this out into the ether. Now that investors are fleeing the gaming industry, will company executives start looking to satisfy their player base now, or will this cycle just keep repeating itself with more layoffs after games released that are actually successful? Larian already called them out. With AI beginning to integrate into our lives, will this make game development more efficient? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to talk to my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Multitasking.
But will smaller and more lean studios like Sandfall Interactive, who made Clair Obscur, will that be the way games are made in the future? Maybe instead of huge studios, maybe more will be divided up into smaller, more effective teams. I don't know. It just gives me pause after reading yet another article of a gaming company laying off more employees. I mean, I know I threw a lot at you there, Fudd, but where do you stand on all this?
Perfect.
Where do you stand on all this, man?
Well, the main thing, and this is something we've talked a lot about on JSG, right? Where the future is absolutely the AA games, right? Mm-hmm. AAA is really struggling. They're doing everything they can to keep making more money while having record years and laying people off. Bad move, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, AA companies are 100% where it's going to have to be. And this big chase for AI, we're going to come to a point, and this is basically what it comes down to, is you're going to have all these layoffs happen. You're going to have a bunch of great talent that's just going to be burnt out by the industry, and they're going to leave. And they're going to go find some other job in a totally different industry. We're going to lose out on a bunch of great people that way, right?
Absolutely, man.
And while these AA games continue to do great, Baldur's Gate, Sifu, It Takes Two, like all those kind of things, right?
Yeah.
We're going to see more and more AAA laying more people off, having tougher years. I think we still have a few more years of them making horrible decisions before it finally caves in on them.
Yeah.
And either the industry has to go, all right, we need to start over and build up again from the ground up with people that care and shit matters to, right? Or we're going to see a whole new line of these studios that are now the AAA studios because they have like Larian Studios might be the big dog, at some point. Or some of these companies are like 4 people right now that end up being 12, 33, right? Clair Obscura was a bunch of burned out people that were like, we want to make our game.
Yes.
And then they made that incredible thing, right? And like, it's tough because we are going to suffer for these guys cutting people off while making record profits to try to make more money lean into AI. It's going to backfire at some point, and we sadly are going to have to suffer through those years before it implodes on itself, which it's going to do.
Yep.
Before we can then have maybe a second, not in a Destiny term, but maybe a golden age of gaming again, right?
Yeah.
Where, we can start going, hey, Ubisoft has something coming out that's cool. Or, hey. Sorry, my daughter's talking. Hey.
Sorry.
Hey. Quiet.
Don't lose your voice.
Hey.
I hear you, brother. I hear you, man.
I will come over. Okay, sorry. My bad. But yeah, it's something we've talked a lot about.
I'm glad you guys have talked about
AA
it.
companies. That's where it's going to be. Yeah, they're just killing it right now, and we've just been let down by a lot of these games. You have stuff from companies you trust that launch in a bad state and then eventually get fixed. Real tired of that, right? Early access, all this other stuff.
Right.
AAA games saying this will be the first 5A game or whatever, right?
Yeah, we found out
It's
about
just one, they're just going to have too few people to make stuff, and then all the good talent, like I said at the beginning, is going to go somewhere else. They're going to be burnt out. Why? The gaming industry is one of the hardest things to stay in.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are very passionate and talented are going to go, well, why? I can go make money and not get fired every 4 months and have to move to another city, find a new studio, and go there,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think studios need to have a ping pong table for creatives to blow off steam and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying it needs to be freaking like Ready Player One, where everyone's behind a desk and these big corporations and just grinding behind a desk all day. I'm not saying that, but it just seems to me that, and I'll mention Bungie here, not putting shade on Bungie because it's the truth. A lot of the original Bungie employees that loved to make games that they wanted to play, their whole mission statement changed from that when they first started making Destiny to being games you'd want to play with others and enjoy together. I mean, I both are good. I think both are good missions, but the thing I'm worried about with Sony is they're a no nonsense company. I mean, they've been around a long time. They're a Japanese owned company. These Japanese don't play, man. It's all about efficiency and making those reports and getting stuff out consistently. It's a lot of things that, Sony's been around a long time. And Bungie was always known as a studio that is the anti-boss. They're the ones who they make the games they want to make. They don't care what the other gaming studios are making. I mean, that's how Halo became so popular in the day. They were the hippies, for lack of a better word. They were the hippies of the gaming industry, where they just did what they wanted to do. They didn't care what anybody else said. And look at this beautiful game they made called Destiny, from people who just loved this environment, loved this world. And I think Astrocross put a video out today. I haven't seen it yet, but the title was, "Is the old Bungie gone?" Because there's a lot of new faces now that we're seeing on those live streams that we're not used to seeing. I still miss Deej, man. But they've laid off so much of their studio, and not to mention they've split their studio making Marathon on the other end, which that's another topic altogether. And they have an uphill battle with that game. Probably the reason why Sony invested so much money with them. But I'll give you an example. There was a game, I saw an article today. Let me switch over to this. Where, there it is. Another live service shooter to shut down a few months after launch. This was a game called Steel Hunters. It'll go offline in October.
Hunters, that's right.
Here, I'm going to show you I'm going to play the trailer here. Look at this game.
Day 2067.
Look at this trailer, man.
The end of the old world and the beginning.
This is very much like Destiny. I mean, look at this. This is a beautiful game.
It unleashed the promise of our civilization.
Lights in the night sky and it's Destiny. Come on.
Forging souls.
I mean, it reminds me of a cross between Destiny and Titanfall.
Turning hope.
Because you have these giant mechs that you're playing in. Sorry if it's too loud.
For the fate
if I need to.
of humanity.
for Starfall.
That just looks like a fun game, man. But unfortunately, they had to close down this game because they only had, what did they say the numbers were? 4,479 people played the game shortly after launch. This brings me to my next point. And that is that new games have a much harder time getting out into the industry now because there are less gamers out there statistically right now, but we're spending more hours playing. But even more importantly, we're only playing a few games that we cling to for the whole year. I mean, I'm a prime example. All I play is Destiny.
Statistically, most people are just in their comfort zone, which is, I mean, and a big part of that obviously is like, life's tough, right? We're looking for our comfort. And if you find a spot that's comfortable, a lot of people are staying there.
Yeah.
Steel Hunters was a tough one because I remember you've had him on your show, Mr. Native Raider.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of his most anticipated games for the year.
Yeah, it's too bad.
And it just like came and went. I don't remember we watched the initial trailer at the Game Awards, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember seeing a single thing about this game launching, that it was coming as soon as it was.
Promotion.
I hadn't heard anything from the Game Awards until that article came out that it was closing down. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
It was exciting.
And some of these things you don't hear about because there's a lot of bloat and some bigger companies can spend more money, and getting their name out there and whatnot. Like, it's tough to get your name out there. And like you said, get new players in, especially if you have something set up where it's like, hey, this is a game you can play for years, which everyone's obviously trying to do because it makes you a ton of money. But a lot of gamers already have that game in their life. So we just, that's why like things like Clear Obscure are so great. It's nice to just be like, I'm going to go have this beautiful experience for 30 hours, right?
Yeah.
Be blown away. I'm like, sweet. Now I can go back to my other thing. Like, that's the kind of things people are looking for.
Right.
And everyone is still trying to do the live service. We want you to play only our game for the next 10 years. And it's just like, if you don't already have people in your game doing that, it's very tough to get people to do that.
Video games are reminding me a lot of the movie industry right now because they spend half of the money they invest in just promotion. F1 really did well. It did well. I think it did, I want to say it did like 90 million over a weekend, which is fantastic. I mean, that's awesome. I think 88 million, I think. And I think Mission Impossible did like 85 million over the weekend. But you know how much, I think they've been promoting that movie and Mission Impossible. I've been seeing the previews for that movie for like 6 months.
Forever.
They want to make sure. So you have these studios who make awesome games like this, and they can't promote them because they don't have the big funds that the big studios have. I don't know. It just like I said, it's too bad because I think that might have been one of those studios that made the game that they wanted to play. And unfortunately, and that's another.
And it looked awesome.
It did, and it was that goes back to my report that I read about the state of the gaming industry that, there are less gamers overall because, let's face it, the pandemic is over and gone now. People are getting back to their lives, whatever they did before the pandemic, but the players that have come to play were playing longer, but unfortunately, we're playing longer in the same ecosystems. Whether it's Destiny or World of Warcraft or what's the one PlayStation's live service? Titan? No, not Titan. The one where you're shooting bugs and robots.
Helldivers?
Helldivers.
Helldivers 2 mentioned?
Yes.
Here on the podcast? Let's go, baby.
I wanted to play it.
Random folks, random moment here, ladies and gentlemen who don't know because it's a Destiny podcast. Helldivers is launching on Xbox here this month.
There you go.
So, hey, Xbox people, dive with us, dog. We're there. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. There's also this part of it where there are games made for the gamer, and there's some of these games that come out where they feel like it almost feels like the marketing is like, hey, we made this so you have to enjoy it.
Right.
We made this because on paper, gamers love it.
Right.
So because we gave it to you, you should be thankful and give us your money.
Spectrum. Yeah.
Right.
I know. That's the corporate view.
And there are some games that come out that go, hey, we want you to enjoy this. We made this because we want to play it too. And people are figuring, like you said, because there's less gamers, they're more passionate about it because they're still in it.
And
people can pick up on that.
And vocal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I'm not picking on Marathon, but who asked for this game? Who asked for Marathon? When I saw Marathon, when I saw the original Marathon ad, that song stayed in my head for a month, man. I was so excited to see this game. And I played Crucible.
That first was that cinematic cutscene?
Yes.
Right? Cinematic trailer?
Yes. Where if
Marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Not to get into a huge topic about it, obviously, but like with the AA thing, if Marathon had been a game that came out and they're like, 3 people made this, I'd have been like, hell yeah, that's awesome, right?
Yep.
But not that,
Maybe
you know what I mean?
Bungie.
But yeah.
Half of Bungie made it.
Exactly.
And a lot of their PvP team, which is why PvP and Crucible, unfortunately, sorry, Jeff, but the Crucibles just believe it's just literally, I feel like it's like dying on the vine with Destiny 2. But the fact that they're bringing the portal system in to tie people in to play it, I don't think it'll help it, but we'll see. I want to get some comments from the chat here. Amazing Taco King first says this.
Okay.
The cycle is sadly here to stay. The market is just too much money to leave lying on the table. Eventually, we will see roller coaster effects for larger studios. JD Kent says that's the problem with publicly traded corporations. They have a legal obligation to their shareholders, not the employees or the customers. Yep, exactly. Amazing Taco King again says, but this paves the way for indie devs and smaller studios to be able to expand the industry and make real entertainment versus churned out cash grabs. And then Necromancer said, Bungie hasn't been to blame for anything that's happened in the last 2+ years. If you want to point fingers, you point them at Sony. Well, Sony, yes, laid off a lot of employees, but between me and you, Necromancer, Bungie had some management issues. There were some managers. I remember hearing stories how the developers on the floor had gotten feedback, even community managers, just please begging to the management that this is what players want. And maybe this new system, I mean, it's what I wanted. Maybe they finally are listening.
That's good.
Maybe they're finally listening with Edge of Fate, and I'm excited to try it out. But I think Bungie did have a management problem. The managers they were stuck on their idea of what they wanted to do. They didn't listen to any feedback from the staff or from their developers on the floor or their players and fans. At least, on the bottom level, maybe they were hearing us, but they just couldn't get it translated to the top. We'll find out. We'll find out when Edge of Fate releases.
Correct. And it's not a very popular take, but if you really look into it, like, Bungie does better, sadly, when they have a corporate overlord. They've been solo a few times, and every time they're solo, they also make some pretty poor decisions. They can't be by themselves, which is the sad part of it. Yeah. Not saying that a corporate overlord is great, but also like they are also people trying to make money, and some decisions aren't great.
Hey, and Pete Parsons, he gets paid what he gets paid. Who gives a shit what he spends his money on? I'm tired of hearing about his cars. Hey, if I had a lot of money, I'd buy a car collection too.
We got to talk about the table.
Oh my God, seriously. Yeah, the table. I still don't understand how does a table cost that much? But anyway, I digress. Amazing Taco King.
It was the last of the tree, and Owen for it.
He did say Steel Hunters had a problem, was the market audience was too niche. It was like a weird cross between Armored Core and Apex Legends. Okay. I didn't know a whole lot about this game other than I saw the trailer and it excited me at the Game Awards. He said also the problem was was launching an early access campaign almost a couple months after a closed alpha test. Okay. Well, anyway, I just want to mention that because it
kind of like, what was that? Like Halo Infinite where it launched and then the campaign didn't come for a year later too.
I'm sorry. When I saw,
you can't do that stuff,
man. When I saw Halo Infinite, I said, what is this? A game from 1994? It was a joke, man. I'm like, I'm sorry. It made,
I had Destiny fun for 2 days.
Destiny put it to shame.
Yeah.
My God. I mean, the guns.
That was rough.
You got to have some realism, guys. I mean, come on. Or you have to have a nice mechanic. If you're not going to bring the realism, you got to have a mechanic like Balatro did that'll keep you playing. Has to be some kind of game loop that really excites you. So Anyway, I know we're crunched on time here. I just wanted to, when I heard about the Microsoft
the
layoff,
base of it is,
I just got pissed.
Correct. Yeah. And the base of it is we are like, that shit sucks and it's going to continue. But we are also very lucky that there are a ton of these AA companies making awesome games.
And look how successful.
It's not a drought. We are still being able to play some really cool games that are happening if you know where to look.
And there's a lot of games on Steam, man. PC has a lot of games. My Lord, I didn't know there was a lot of games until I looked at the Steam library. There's no way I have enough time in my lifetime to play these games. Anyway, but
and again, GTA 6 is going to completely change
2026.
Whether it fails or succeeds, no matter what happens, the gaming industry will never be the same again.
I heard 2027. I heard they punched it back even further.
No, it was launched. It was supposed to launch this
2020.
year.
And they pushed it to 2026.
I haven't heard 27 yet.
I heard it somewhere, but maybe I might be misconstruing my facts. But okay,
I do want to laugh. There were a lot of games that pushed themselves back to 26 because they didn't want to compete with GTA.
And now they're right there in it.
Pushed themselves back, and I'm sure a lot of them are like
Marathon.
No,
hello,
what
Marathon.
are we gonna do?
What are you going to do now, Marathon?
They need a little more time to cook. They do.
I am going to play. Hopefully, I'm not going to pre-order it because I want to see what streamers think first and the reviews come in. But I definitely want to see. I definitely want to play Borderlands 4. I'm really curious because they've leaned into the Bungie effect. They've leaned into the way Bungie does stuff. I don't know. We'll find out for sure. We'll find out sure when it comes out and we start hearing reviews on it. All right, we've got some questions from our community, and we'll do that right after this. Hey Guardians, would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 ways to do it. First, you can join our Discord server at discord.gg/GuardianDownCast. There's also a join link in our show notes down below. We have Guardians from all walks of life and all over the world, from new lights to day one players to hardcore gamers. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show. So come hang out with us. You can also email us with your question at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also occasionally post about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question at Guardian_D_cast is our X handle. Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your question at guardiandowncast.com, and we might play it on the podcast. Think of it as talking with us right on the show. Thanks for listening, and later, Guardian. All right, boys and girls, it's that time of our show where we get our questions from you guys. So, Fudd, you said you had a question to start off, so let's start with you, man. What question do you have?
I definitely said I'll wait till later, but that's fine. Let's start there. Thank you so much for listening to the words I say to you. I love you.
I do.
So my question, I was thinking about this earlier, right?
Monkey brain.
I like to play WoW, right, with a lot of music in the background, right?
Right.
And a playlist came up that was like all just like live performances, right?
Okay.
And a question formed. And my question to you is, if there is one live event, one live concert, right, in the past that you wish you could go to, the number one thing you're like, God, that would have been the best show ever, what would that be?
I definitely wish I would have loved to have gone to a festival and watched Foo Fighters live. They have such energy in their shows, especially back in their acoustic. Remember, they had a lot of acoustic albums, but there was one called Silence and Echoes, where they had an acoustic side and then they had a rock side. That's still one of my favorite albums from them. But I mean, if you look at the very first song that I added to the playlist, it's an acoustic song by the Foo Fighters back in 2019 in July, which next week will be our 6th anniversary of this podcast. Right? Yeah.
Crazy.
6 years. It was an acoustic song by Foo Fighters. And you'll have to look it up if you want to see. Oh, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. I hear you, Necromancer. Yeah, Pink Floyd, especially when they came back, especially when they were together. And now it's tough now because both the leads are split apart. But I hear you, Amazing Taku King. I hear you, man. It's never the money. Taco King. It's never the money. It's just time. It's time with games for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Foo Fighters without fail. I mean, I was such a Foo Fighters fan back in the the late 90s. I was all into the grunge scene, man. I loved all the grunge that came out in the 90s. It was like an awakening after my 80s youth of synthpop and punk rock, you know. So
yeah, I was watching for me, I was watching speaking of the 90s, 1991, live at the Royal Albert Hall.
Oh God.
Eric Clapton.
They know Foo Fighters played there too.
That so if anyone hasn't watched I was watching a lot of that show, right? It started with Layla Live is an incredible experience, right?
Absolutely.
He's got like a tuxedo on, the cigarettes like in the guitar strings, right? It's such a vibe.
Oh my God.
But that whole show, I watched that entire show on YouTube and I was like, that had to be a absolute mind F in person. I can't even imagine.
So many groups I'd love to.
And a close second would be the I Love Rush, the 30th anniversary concert in Frankfurt, Germany. Yeah. I have that on DVD and I watch it every year. It's one of my favorite things.
People always laugh.
And that looks like a great show.
People always laugh at me when I say this, but I hated Rush when I was a youth. When I was young, I hated Rush. Rush was for the the emo kids that lived in their basement.
So funny.
It was like the weirdos in school that listened to Rush. But then I grew up and I started hearing their newer stuff, and then that made me go back and listen to their older stuff, which I already knew. I listened to it, I heard it, and then I realized
you had a different appreciation.
I realized what a fantastic group that Rush was. Oh my God!
The amount of stuff that came out of 3 people, like 5-man bands, can't pull some of that off. Oh, just beautiful, dude.
Bobby,
what's that fucking movie scene? Yeah, you can choose anything you want, and the dude's like going through his cassette tapes in the van. It's all Rush, dude. You're like, yeah, that's right. We can only listen to Rush in this van.
Yeah, Ozzy and Sabbath. Oh yeah, Ozzy's done now.
That'd have been
He's
great.
retiring. That was it. His last concert.
That would have been a great show. Honestly, talking about that like 9-hour show, the Ozzy thing would have been an incredible.
How about Alice in Chains? I mean, they weren't. I didn't like them in the earlier times either, but they really became a fantastic power group. So many. Alice in Chains guitar made me actually learn to play guitar. I love those minor chords they always use, and they always detune all their guitars. Oh my God, it's so cool. Okay. Question from you know what? Let's do a voicemail. Let's do a voicemail question. Down. Here we go. And let me know if it's too low. This is from Moyu Monger. And Chad, I might need help on this because Moyu really goes into the weeds here. Here we go.
Hello, Moyu Monger here. So one thing that I wanted to mention that caught my interest in episode 310, I believe, with Tajo Trade. There was a brief, or maybe a little bit more than brief, discussion about like hot swapping, specifically in the TWAB that was read about the sanguine swapping, how there's like the delay. And I actually think that Bungie is accidentally almost supporting it in this next update. Now, the reason for that is I think it's because with the change to stats, and especially with the addition to the percentage buff of damage for like the melee, the grenade, weapons, and super, I believe that's actually going to support it more because, say for instance, you have a melee-based build that is meant for ad clear and mechanics. You obviously want to focus into the melee stat more. But when it comes to like a boss rotation, when you're doing damage, you don't really need melee. Like, I don't think there's ever been a boss in Destiny. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I really don't think there's been a boss where melee damage has been particularly important. Maybe specifically raids. I guess there's XR from Ghost of the Deep, where there's been the Strand grapple. But anyway, I believe that it's actually going to be more supported. And I think menu play, something that they Bungie has been trying to shy away from, like the hot swapping and adding in like the loadouts. I think menu play is going to happen a lot more. And like I said, I think all of this is due to the stats, because like when you're ad clearing, you want a high grenade or melee build, and then when you go into damage, you definitely want at least super, if not weapons as well. Anyway, I guess I just wondered what y'all would think. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Monger. Appreciate the feedback there, man. Appreciate the voicemail. By the way, if you ever want to send us a voicemail, it's so easy, man. All you have to do is go to Guardian Downcast.
So easy.
And hit send voicemail. It's on the right side of your screen when you go to the website. On your phone, too. It's right there. You just hit send voicemail, and you'll go right to a screen where it has a big record button. You write your gamer tag, hit end, and you're done. It'll send it to our email system, and we might play it on live like we did with Moyer Mongers tonight. I agree with them, actually, easy. Because the new loadouts menu, the new UI system that they added a few seasons ago, it's instantaneous. I mean, if I was to swap out a build on Dim, I'm going to be sitting there for 2-3 minutes, and it makes it just impossible to do. The UI just doesn't communicate fast enough, but with Bungie's built-in system, you literally can hit the left arrow, Fudd, on your character and have pre-built loadouts like you do in Dim. But when you press that icon, it's almost instant. It's so quick that everything swaps. So I agree. And the fact that the armor mods or the armor 3.0 mods actually make a kind of a difference now, as far as not only how quickly your grenade comes back, but actually how much power you're going to have with that grenade, how much damage you're going to do with that grenade, and all the multitudes of builds that we're going to be able to make now with these new mods, and these new tiered weapons and tiered armor, set bonuses for armor. I mean, it's 4D chess now, guys. It used to be pretty simple to put a build together. Now we're playing 4D chess. I don't know. I think you're right. I think it might encourage it. I don't know how they can, other than putting an absolute delay in that system on the user interface with the player. I think that's the only way they can combat it. What do you think, Fudd?
Yeah, I was Googling, and the only thing that popped up was obviously on the actual Sanguine chess piece. They're putting in that 10-second cooldown before it's
Sanguine's alchemy,
right?
Yeah, for a
yeah. So a couple things like that. It was fun trying to Google this while he was talking. So thank you actually for talking for longer so I could find anything, because I have no idea.
I understand,
but the idea of gear swapping, I don't know, man. Like, I'm for it.
Why not?
Like
it doesn't really hurt anybody.
Yeah, why not? If you can fly through something and like quickly clear a group and then know that around the corner you need this exact thing and can click a button and switch to that and go. If you're able to do that, why not? That's fun.
Level.
That's cool.
That's next level.
Let people do that. I don't see why you should try to stop that from happening.
If
I mean, even in PvP, if someone can they kill a warlock and see me sprinting in the distance as a Titan and they go, oh, I know what'll do that, and can, before anyone kills them in Crucible, switch real quick to something. That's badass. I don't know.
I don't know if loadouts are locked.
I can't do it, but if you can, that'd be cool.
I've never tried to do it in Crucible, honestly. I know if you swap anything pretty much in Crucible now, it resets all your stats. I mean, it resets your grenade that's been charging.
The grenade and everything.
All your charging, all your stuff that charges up, even your super, I think just goes back to 0. That's how they combat that. And I understand that in Crucible. I do, because I used to be the one that would grab a fusion rifle, and as soon as I used all the bolts, I would immediately switch over to my sidearm because I had unlimited ammo in that. And now when I do that, it resets all my grenade, melee, powered melee, and super, I believe, to 0. So I can't do it anymore, which I think kind of sucks because that's just cold strategy. But Necromancer says Dim is a much better storage system, putting names on them and notes to build, but yes, quick swaps are definitely extremely fast. Yeah, I have a ton of builds. I use Dim for my builds. I don't actually use hardly the UI other for just a couple basic build changes. So I just noticed it was so damn quick. So I agree, Moyer.
Yeah,
might be a problem.
No, I love that. That's super cool.
All right. This one you might be able to answer, Fudd. Here we go.
Got it.
This is from McMaximo, another voicemail we got sent to us.
Love voicemails.
Hey, Destiny nerds, McMaximo here. Hey, we were talking recently in Discord about Wrath of the Machine, and as a guy who's going through D1 and trying to play it very slowly, but trying to work on it, I'm trying to work up to that raid. What is it about that raid that everybody loves so much? Why do they want it back? What makes it so special? Who better to ask than two Destiny nerds? Later.
Well, now you got 3 Destiny nerds.
I know.
Well, yeah, that'd be funny. I wish Kings was here because that's one of his favorite raids of all time, and we have talked about that extensively.
Yes.
On the color red is great. Siva was awesome. I miss it very much. The set piece was great. It was very grandiose. There were some interesting raid mechanics they haven't really touched with since then. What was the rebuilding? Like, what was the like tram system where you're like literally
everyone has to carry pieces
around
to the
carry pieces around
on the bridge. Yeah, with the mechanical monster.
It was a lot of and there are a few mechanics in that they've kind of used extensively past that, and it was kind of the first time we saw some things. But the set piece was great. The story leading up to that raid was phenomenal. So it really hit home as someone who cares about the lore. It had one of the best armor looking sets, some of the best perks, exotics. But again, it mostly comes down to set pieces. There was a lot of hidden puzzles that people had to Google shit all the time when you're running it. They'd be like, hey, have you seen this one thing? And someone would make a left turn and drop down a hole and then go punch like 19. All these different things. You're like, oh, whoa, what's this? There was just a lot of stuff that went into the Wrath of the Machine, and the music was incredible.
Yes.
It was just, it holds a special place being at the very end of D1, and just doing everything very well.
Yeah. I've played every raid since day one. The Randall the Vandal was in it. Yeah. Amazing Taco King. I remember that.
Randall the Vandal. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. They brought him back. Here's the thing. Most of the raids, if we go back to Vault of Glass, for instance, most of the raids, I'm not saying all of them because I think, Taken King, the Taken King raid, I thought kind of mimicked a lot of this as well, but Kingsfall. Thank you. The prior raids in Destiny, you had usually of the 6 players in your fire team, you had 3 people who were just badasses and knew what to do. And then you had 3 people who could kind of just chill and kill ads. And, all they had to do was make sure they met up at a certain point where everybody gathered in one spot to do DPS, right? Well, I've already forgot the raid.
Wrath of the Machine.
Wrath of Me. Thank you, man. I'm telling you, I don't know why this shit flies out of my head. Wrath of the Machine was different, though, because everyone had a job to do. And if you didn't do your job, everyone knew it. And that's why we love and we keep romanticizing that they should bring back Wrath of the Machine, because everyone had to bring a piece. Everyone had to guide the other person and keep them alive so they could bring the piece without dying. Titans had to throw bubbles. Everyone had a job to do. And if it didn't work fluently together, you would fail the encounter. And I remember when
a lot of communication.
When I remember the Wrath of the Machine, I remember the last encounter where everyone had to shoot their certain colored servitor. And I don't remember how many times I fucked that up because I'd shoot the wrong element servitor. And all of a sudden everybody would wipe. And I go, I fucked up. I didn't hit the right servitor. Sorry guys. And there's always that moment when you're raiding when everybody goes quiet and you're like, oh, I better get my shit together now, because they're getting impatient with me. And I was the worst at some raids. I've psyched myself out, man. So everyone, I remember in the last room, you were paired 2, 2, and 2, and you had to work together in those zones. And then of course hit the right, there were a lot of mechanics.
One person have to run up and get the captain.
Yes.
To pick up a thing and drop it over here.
Exactly.
Everyone was communicating, and you were swapping between groups at some point. One person would go here and they'd swap to this and that. It was a lot. That's a really good point. I hadn't thought about that. One, it was really fun because you had to do stuff, but you didn't really have to do that in any other raid in D1.
You
I spent a lot of time in raids getting pulled through and being told, just
Yeah,
sit
kill
here.
ads. And I did that a lot of times too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill ads, start running, meet here in the bubble to do DPS. I mean, Kingsfall, I admit, Kingsfall was a lot like that too. Kingsfall was, I mean, they've actually, in the Destiny 2 version of Kingsfall, they actually added a lot of the challenge modes from the Destiny 1 version into the Destiny 2 version, which made people more involved. Like the fact that you were taken at random. That, you know, a lot of people would get taken and say, "Oh, the new guy got taken. Everybody wipe. Let's start again." Remember that? Those days? I got taken. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Everybody wipe. Or just say, or they say, "I'll just die and we'll try to make up the time." And you know, anyway. But you know what? Yeah. What I like about Kingsfall, what I like about Wrath of the Machine. Thank you. Is it started what is the basis of most raids that we play today. If you look at most of the raids today, as the encounters get more and more complicated, I mean, look at Val the Disciple. I'm like, holy crap, I had to remember all those symbols and stuff and had to shoot them in order, and everybody had a job to do, and you couldn't coast through a lot of these raids. And if you didn't know what you're doing, which I kind of like because it makes sure everybody's involved in the raid. You didn't feel like, you know, the sour sack in the back that got, you know, 25 kills and hardly any damage on the boss and stuff. Everybody had to be involved. So, JD Kent says every encounter had a different environment. You moved from outside to inside the building to the bridge. Then you had a computer building. Yeah. The computer, the digital areas. I mean, it was fantastic, man. Yeah, exactly. Amazing talking. The Val artifact rooms, the Ron plants. Ron plant, it's not so much. Well, you know, they went a different direction when they made Ron, and we're going to find out what direction they take with the new Desert of, damn, I've already forgotten it. But the new raid coming, Desert of Absence. Desert of Absence. Anyway, yeah, the Dune raid. That's what we'll just say.
Yeah, the Dune raid. Yeah.
But
the end boss will be a sandworm. It's in every game now.
Speaking of Kingsley, I wanted him to respond, and I know he's in Vegas on vacation. I said, here, I sent the voicemail to him, and I said, you know, if you want to respond, great. If you don't. So Kingsley does respond here to this question, and we're going to see what he has to say.
Oh, I love this.
Hi, I thought I would send a voicemail to answer the question about the Wrath of the Machine raid. Sorry I couldn't make the show tonight. I am in Vegas having fun, entirely spending too much money going to shows. But anyways, the Wrath of the Machine, most people will agree it's a pretty good raid. It's not just like a Remember Berries thing, like, oh, back then it was so good, but there's really only like a few raids I can think of these days that match up to it, like Val the Disciple and stuff, as far as the interactivity and people having different mechanics that they have to do. When it came out, the only other raid that was kind of great was Kingsfall, because Vault and Crota, especially in Destiny 1, were pretty boring at that point, and Kingsfall wasn't even as good as it is in Destiny 2. But Wrath of the Machine brought like all these fun interactive mechanics that weren't too oppressive either, and people enjoyed doing them. So you would have encounters where someone would call out a servitor with a different shield around it, like a Void, Solar, or Arc, and then someone else would have to find the matching cannon to shoot the servitor with that, and then it would drop something, and then 3 people would pick those things up at the same time and throw them in a certain spot on the boss's podium to open up the boss to start damage. That's just like one example. And then like rooms you would have to go in between encounters, and you would close the door with all your guardians so you would find safety there. And then there's like the crazy, what they called the Zamboni encounter, where you're on top of the wall of the last city, and there's like this big machine that's like repairing the wall, but then the encounter starts and there's all the enemies, of course, and what you have to do is like repair the machine, pick up parts. There's like parts for the machine. You're passing them between the guardians while trying to push forward and shoot through all the enemies and passing parts back and forth before our overall timer hits, and then everyone blows up and dies. So just a lot of fun, unique things. Kind of hard to explain unless you see it, but even people I talked to today that are experienced in all the raids, like Salvation's Edge and you know, Val the Disciple, like I said, and stuff, and I don't know that we'd say like this is the best raid ever, but I know if they also brought it back, they would make it a lot better than it was in Destiny 1. And it was already really, really good in Destiny 1, better than a lot of Destiny 2 raids. So if that helps, bye.
Thank you, Kingsley. I appreciate that. I was getting squeaky voice. So I had to go grab
Thank you,
something to
Kingsley.
drink.
I'm glad you said it, folks. Fault in Glass is boring. That is not a good raid. Just, it is what it is.
It was the first raid, you know? They had to start somewhere.
Yeah. And I was not excited when they brought it back. I'm like, yay, I can do this boring thing again.
I just hope that I would get the Mythic class in less than 30 runs. I think it took me about 18 to 20 runs to get it. So still got it. Took forever to get, but yeah. Thanks, Kingsley. I appreciate you responding on that. Hope you're having fun in Vegas, man, if you're hearing this. All right, we got a question in the Discord from Fluffy. He says, do you think that the gameplay, specifically gameplay, was better in Lightfall or Witch Queen during the campaign? Note, I saw a few takes on this recently, and I think Lightfall for sure, but there could be an argument. Witch Queen was more mechanical and methodical, but Lightfall felt more spacious. What do you think there, Fudd? You played both of those.
I did. Yeah, I don't grind a ton of Destiny, but I do come back for every content update. I will be on the side of Witch Queen. Lightfall was really cool.
Yeah.
Lightfall was really cool. Had some awesome set pieces. I like that. But Witch Queen was definitely like classic Destiny, right? And it had some really great mechanics. That end boss fight, right? Was really fun, even if my first time was on the hard difficulty and it took me like 50 tries. But it was a really cool space. And yeah, I think Witch Queen wins for that. Between Witch Queen and Lightfall, I think Witch Queen. It's one of the contents that I probably grinded the most coming back to. It hit really well for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. Lightfall to me it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It just,
it was fun.
I think the most fun I had in Lightfall was that final mission leading up to where you saw the jellyfish, I don't even know what they call it. My mind is mush at this point.
Yeah.
But there was a final mission where you were helping some of the other NPCs drive off the Cabal attack. And I mean, you would see some Centurions that came through there that would just kick your ass. And there were waves. There were waves and waves and waves of it. That was the best part of Lightfall that I liked. But Witch Queen, man. Witch Queen was just a whole different element. The whole new world, the swampy areas, the very natural, reminded me of Florida, to be honest. A lot of oak trees with heavy moss hanging out. We call them Spanish oak. We call it bearded oaks down here in Florida. But just the frickin' story, the gameplay, playing the story was just so much fun. And my God, that ending, no one will ever forget. If you played Witch Queen, you'll never forget that ending cutscene where they show so much about the Hive and Savathun and all the things that we didn't really know a lot about, other than the lore nerds really knew about it. It was kind of a reminder to them, but that last part of that story, I played that, and that's when they brought for the first time Legendary Campaign like they are now with the latest stuff. So I have to say Witch Queen.
That was my first time experiencing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I say Witch Queen. I spent so much time on that damn world. And then they brought weapon crafting.
Nimbus wasn't in Witch Queen, so that made it better too.
Surfer Boy, come on, man. The dialogue just really turned me off on that. Anyway.
It was a cool idea, but it was definitely a, hey, fellow kids moment, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like Fortnite? You'll like Lightfall.
I hear you, man. Mr. Dead Rabbit had a question.
Yeah.
He says, do you think it'll be worth going for 200 armor stats? You need to be fully invested in one stat specifically, 30 in each armor and the plus 10s in them all. Pretty sure they need to be tier 5 armor too. Will the perk at 200 be worth it in your opinion? Or would it be better to have multiple 100s instead? I know you don't know a lot about the new armor system, Fudd, but you can go up to 200.
I do a little bit. I listened to last week's episode. Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, will it be worth it to go for one 200 stat?
I think, honestly, like with anything in Destiny, right? I think if they let you grind for it, it probably will be worth it to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the difference will be that massive, but if you're willing to go for it, I think you'll definitely see a difference and you'll be an absolute god out there. But yeah, I mean, I think the best thing to do obviously is just start with, grind for the 100, see how everything feels, go one stat a different direction. And if you go, oh, I notice it definitely is different. Absolutely. I'd say go all the way with all of them.
Yeah.
But it's not that big of a difference. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I agree. Lifefall was the actions buddy cop movie. Yeah, I agree. Amazing talk.
Yeah. Once again, Lifefall was very fun.
It had its moments.
It was It was a nice little like Destiny break, right? It was a refreshing, different side thing.
Right.
But Witch Queen was just like classic
Destiny.
This is what Destiny is.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. As far as the 200 stat, I guarantee you, as soon as we hear a streamer say how good it is, and they've tested it out, which we know Astrocross is going to do, that will be the decision for me whether I'm going to grind for that or not. And tier 5,
hey guys, I'm going to blow your mind in today's video.
Exactly. We tested this, and holy crap, you're not going to believe what kind of numbers we're getting from this. And I think weapon is going to be
8.5 minutes to find the results.
Weapon is going to be the one everyone's going to be going for because it does cross over to Crucible if you have a high weapon stat, which boggles my mind, man. Anyway, that's what if we find that it's just substantially better and there's a path to get to it without too much freaking RNG, then I might go for it. I might go for it for sure.
Yeah.
All right. We had one, let's see here. All right. We had let's end with a non-Destiny question here.
Okay.
All right. Question for Double M. When are you going to get Todd to play D&D one shot? I meant to ask you about D&D because you've been doing a lot of D&D campaigns.
Yeah. I'm in 4 campaigns right now, and it is a mess.
4 campaigns? How do you keep track?
Yeah. I play the same character in 2 of them.
Oh my God, dude. Now
that helps a lot. And I run one of them and I play in 3 of them. Yeah.
I tried to play Baldur's Gate 3 and it was so deep, man. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for Dungeons and Dragons. It was at my age, it was not as popular as it is today. And only the nerdiest of nerds played it back when I was an athlete. I didn't play. I didn't go in people's basements and sit around a table and play campaigns and stuff. I mean, I don't even know if I was creative enough back then. I was just a stupid kid, but I don't know. I'm never say never, but
here's Zombie Pops in the Discord chat brings up an incredible point, and D&D doesn't have to be that deep. When people hear D&D, they immediately assume
yes,
we've been playing this campaign for 9 years.
Yeah, but I'm going to use my double stomp mechanic, cool. And I'm going to use my Rite of Fire over here. I'm like, man, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Rite of Fire? What the hell?
That's the thing. If you start early, like at an earlier level, it does a good job of slowly introducing abilities to you, right?
Well,
but I've done crazy, deep, intense D&D, and we did. I mean, not too long ago, Mr. Native Raider was a part of it, and Fluffy Fingers. We did a Western one shot.
I could not.
It was just like a thrown together. Cowboy D&D thing where they robbed a train. It's D&D doesn't have to specifically be, goblins and ghouls.
Okay.
You can do anything with it, as the basic rule set, and just make it your thing and have fun, man.
Let's do something. I might do it one day. Never say never. I mean, I'm always good to try something new, but I've seen how long those sessions take, man. I don't know. That's a long time.
Well, again, you can do, dude. I've been in ones that are 6 hours.
You have
I've been in campaigns where it's they get together for like an hour and a half, an hour. Like
that's doable.
It'll whatever. That's the beauty of D&D, man. It can be literally whatever you need it to be.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing Taco King said he's going to teach me Baldur's Gate 3, and then he'll hand me over to you. Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan.
Deal.
I never say never, so I'm always open. It just depends if timing and everything is just right to do it. You know what?
Down for some Baldur's Gate sometime as well, man.
You know
it's
what?
A great experience.
I'll take a look at it.
I'll send you all the stuff you need, buddy.
Okay, I appreciate that. There was my son actually. We did play a role playing card game I can't remember the name of it, when the power was out, and I loved it. And it had a lot of D&D stuff.
There you
would
go.
use paladins and not paladins, but you would use you'd use all these different character cards, and you draw these cards and play them. Like it was like a card game more than D&D, but I understood. I really got into some of the factors in that game. So you never know. This old guy might learn a trick.
Fun,
you
man.
never know. I just can't believe
if you can lean into it, you could have a really good time.
How did you get Fluffy to play D&D? Because I never thought he played D&D. Was he new to
he
it?
wanted to.
Really?
I started that campaign. I'm the DM for it.
Mm-hmm.
We got my co-host Russ is in it. Sweaty Spooks and Native Raider from Blueberry Lounge.
Right.
And then Bill Nye's Bowtie from my Discord.
Right.
We're all a part of it.
Gotcha.
He started watching it, not ever thinking he'd played D&D. And I'm very much a funny high fantasy, like let's let epic things happen because magic exists, right?
Yeah.
And so it was very fun. We had a ton of fun, and he was watching how much fun we were having, and he was like, dude, I want to experience this kind of fun. It looks awesome. So you never know when something clicks for someone, man, and it could be your time.
Okay.
Could be your time.
Necromancer, thanks for stopping by, brother. Good to see you. Necromancer is our GDC3 admin. So if you're looking to get into
hell yeah,
the GDC3 clan, he's the guy you want to find in the Discord. He's the man. I mean, I'm an admin in there as well, but he's specifically in charge of GDC3. He's the guy.
Very active clan.
GDC, all the three of the clans are active. We're always maxed out on our clan stats, but you can only hold 100 people in a clan.
I hear a lot of things about 3 though, and that's not just in the moment making it up. I've picked it up here and there. GDC3 did this. GDC3 did that.
Mm-hmm. GDC2 is pretty active too.
It's no GDC3, I'll tell you that.
JD Kent gifted a month tier 1 sub to ElmmerFuddGames. Thank you, brother. And he also resubscribed for 3 months in a row. Thank you, man. That was very nice. Very cool, man.
You're a legend.
He's the man. That guy is he's supported our live shows since the beginning. All right, we'll end on a fun one. Doras says, you dug a hole that went through the center of the earth and you jumped through. Would you be falling or floating upwards? Center of the earth, you jump through. Would you
goes
be
to the center of the earth or goes all the way
through the center of the earth? So I'm guessing all the way through
to the other side.
To the other side. Would you be falling or floating upwards? That's a gravity question.
My favorite thought, thinking about this, and this is not a scientific answer at any point. This is I can't sleep. It's 3 a.m. This has absolutely been a thought of mine. My thought and my joy would be free falling to the core of the earth, right? And that's when, obviously, just melt and die. We all see Armageddon, but that gravity switch that goes every direction, I really like the idea that you hit that and then you're just going and you're just spinning in the center of the earth because it can't send you any direction.
That's so cool.
That's my thought.
God, man, that's a deep question. I don't know. I think it would be. I think the gravity would switch because of the poles and the spin and the rotation of the earth. I think the gravity would switch over. You would think, right? Because we have summer
at the core or like halfway through the trip.
It's hard to say because, we have northern and southern hemispheres, and, when it's summer in the north, it's winter in the southern.
We are tilted on an axis.
It's way too deep for me, man. This old guy, you're just going to confuse us, man.
Well, it's a deep hole. That's the whole point of the question.
I know. I think I'd be falling. I think I'd be dead either way because that's a long way to fall. But I think I would fall. And then I'd be a fiery, chafed body. I think that's what would happen. By the time gravity kicked in, who cares? I'm already dead. So I appreciate that.
The only thing I know is that I would fall for you.
I knew you were going to say that. Thanks, man. All right.
I know.
All right. Is that a deep question because it's a hole in the ground? Yes, exactly. Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks everybody for your questions tonight. I want to make sure we got those answered before the new Edge of Fate drops. Because me and Kingsley will probably be talking about mostly Edge of Fate in the next couple episodes. So, all right, final thing we're going to do is add music to our show playlist. So, ElmmerFudd, take it away.
Listen to the Guardian Downcast. Oh, it's a playlist. Yes, yes. Ooh.
And I've heard they've like won awards for it and such.
Thank you, Mr. Fudd. Well, this is the last part of our show where we add music.
I did that live this episode.
You did. I know. It was great, man. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And this is where we add music to our time capsule, because ever since, and I mentioned earlier in the show, ever since July of 2019, we've been adding song to this playlist, and it now has 1,241 songs in it. It's representing all of us and all of our past guests over all those years, 6 years now. So I'll ask you, Mr. Fudd, what music are you going to add to our playlist tonight, sir?
Well, as you know, as one of the few people who are allowed to add 2 songs to this playlist, I wear that as a badge of honor.
Yes, you do.
One song is something I've been listening to. The second song actually is something I've also been listening to, but it's a song that reminds me of you.
Oh, boy.
Okay. As we've always done. I think we're going to start with the song that makes me think of you.
Okay.
So the band I've recently discovered is called, I think it's Salts or Salts. Saults.
Okay.
Okay. They are a French. This has nothing to do because I've been playing a ton of Expedition 33 and looking up French music at all.
Not at all.
But yeah, they are a French. What's the genre?
Like prog rock or something?
Oh, yeah, French pop rock band.
Pop rock, okay.
The song is called "Let It Go." It's kind of it's a lovely melody. It's a love song to the soul. Okay. But a lot of their songs really hit towards the end, and they just go balls to the wall, and it is so catchy every time. So about the 2.5 minute mark, this song really goes nuts after being a love song.
Okay.
And it's a love song for you.
Okay.
But it also goes nuts because I go nuts for you.
I know you do, man.
And this is a band I've recently discovered, and I've listened to almost all their music, and it's incredible, and I really enjoy it.
I love big finales in music. It's just like fireworks shows. You know, you're just like, holy shit, they're just letting everything go, you know?
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, that wasn't the finale.
Especially when it's like a slower song. Yeah.
Nice. Thanks,
oh, so good. And
right.
my second song is going to be Joe Bonamassa, Bonamassa.
Okay. Bonamassa.
And the song is Going Down.
Going Down. Okay. All right.
If there happens to be a live version, I highly recommend that one.
Okay.
But that's the song.
Awesome, man. Thank you, sir. You always add cool stuff, man.
Hell yeah.
I always know your songs too, because they're always a little bit out there and a little special. Appreciate that, man.
Anytime.
I'm only going to add one because I'm not Fudd. A few weeks ago, I was a guest on the Potato Thuns podcast. If you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to it. It's a great episode. Just having fun, just talking with Fluffy and Admiral Nips. It was a great show. So tonight, I added a song from this artist. I thought to myself, why the hell don't I have more songs from this fantastic musician? So tonight, I'm adding a song from a now deceased artist that I really miss in music today. He's a fellow native, Florida native. Was born in the same city as I was. Big Gator fan as well. In fact, he named his music publishing company Gone Gator Music. He wrote several songs about the Florida Gators. In fact, the University of Florida has a special day honoring him. And they play Don't Back Down in their football games on that day. It's from the 2002 album, The Last DJ, which is one of my favorite newer albums from him. And the song is called Money Becomes King. It's about a nobody musician that makes has big success, and how his fans from his early days, from his roots, they can barely afford the concert tickets to go even see him anymore. And they realize that once they attend the concert, they see the light in his eyes has kind of faded away as his career becomes so commercialized. And I think deep down, they all think he wishes he could go back to his early days of playing to smaller groups. It's a really deep cut. I think you'll like it. Of course, it's from the immortal artist, Mr. Tom Petty. Check this one out. Hell, check out the entire album. It's one of those ones you can play from front to back. Every song is great. In fact, the song I added to the Potato Thumbs podcast playlist was called Joe. It's about a CEO of the record industry and how I'll let you listen to the song. That was a good song too, but I already added it to theirs, so they already claimed it. So I wanted to add another great song and check that song out. It's really good. I try to keep the playlist updated, but sometimes I forget, so it might be a little later this week. But I'll make sure we update that in our Spotify and Apple Music playlist. So, well, Mr. Fudd, I cannot say it enough, man. This has been a total joy having you on the show tonight, man. Thank you.
Amen. I always love being here. I've missed your face. I love the community. I love this show.
Same, brother.
And it just feels right. You know, I've been here so many times. It's home. You know,
when I know you're
it's
going to
not
be
even
on
a
the
guest bedroom. It's mine.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, every time I know you're going to be on the show, I just get a little more excited during the day, waiting for that show to come. So I just really appreciate you filling in for Kingsley tonight. I'm sure he's appreciative of it. And I wanted to make sure you plug your podcast and also your game show that you have coming up. Let everybody know about it, man.
Yeah. Just Some Gamers. We are on all the podcatchers that I'm aware of, unless it's some weird other alternative universe one. Just Some Gamers, please look that up. A general gaming podcast. We discuss upcoming games, things we're playing right now, a lot of nostalgia stuff. So we'll have like a whole episode about the Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, side-scrolling, open-world games, stuff like that. And then every 10 episodes, we do a big game show where we bring some guests on. It's like your classic, Family Feud. Although any game show you can think of, we kind of mix a lot of things together to make it our own. It's a very good time. I put a lot of work into the live show to make it look cheap, but very fun and engaging for the audience. So please come by for one of those. Those are Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain on my Twitch, which is ElmmerFuddGames, double D.
Excellent, man. I love hearing that. He really does. You put so much time and effort into those tournaments and in the game shows, and I'm honored that I've been able to be in both of them. So it's always been a great time.
Both of them, it's incredible.
And like I said,
if anyone has a chance, on my YouTube, same name, the Raid Marathon. We've done a couple for Destiny, but we did one specifically for the boys across the pond. And if you're going to watch anything, it's going to be that one, because Mr. Gator really let loose, drank a ton. I think we got you doing push-ups, singing songs.
There's the wig.
The works. There's the wig, baby. And you were American out of your mind. I thought my setup was good. It did not come across as well on camera. And yours was just perfection.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh my God. You looked so good that day.
It was a Fudd production, man. I had to bring it. So, yeah. I love how you kind of let your co-host just go any way they want. So, everybody you've had on there has always been great. Yeah, it's been great. So
it's more fun that way.
Hey, Guardian, let me ask you a question. As a podcast producer and listener myself, there's one thing that annoys me the most when listening to my favorite podcast. You're really getting into the flow of the conversation when out of nowhere, an obtrusive advertisement blaring into your earbuds. Sunday, it's our special weekend super duper blowout sale going on now at your local dealer. Doorbuster sales going on now. Cars at $48,000? No way, boy! Now $2,000. So what are you waiting for? Get down here for our super duper blowout sale going on now. What are you waiting for? Get on down. 30-second skip. What the hell? Podcast ads, in my opinion, really disrupt the natural flow of a great conversation. But thanks to our Patreon community, we don't accept outside advertising or promotion. So sit back and enjoy the show. Oh, and by the way, if you would like to become a part of a listener-supported podcast like this one, go to patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast. Or just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com. You'll also have instant access to over 2 years of listener-supported audio and video episodes just for our Patreon community. Not to mention a cool badge in our Discord as well. Take care, and later, Guardian. Get on down! Hey, speaking of our Patreon community, I want to give a quick shout out to our Dungeon Champion patron, Deadpool1Merc. A thank you to our Raid Boss patrons, that's Jealous, Frostbite, and Amazing Taco King, for giving back to the show and, more importantly, our community. Remember, all of our Patreon funds go right back into our community. And it helps me a little less out of my pocket to help support things as well. So if you do want to join, hit us up. It's patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast. Before we go, as I transition from our topic of the week, I really hope that the smaller team at Bungie now has listened to the players and that this new system will reward us for the time we invest in the game. There's been too many examples of games made to maximize the bottom line, and we're not even talking about the microtransactions. I really hope Bungie is turning a page with this new expansion. But what do you think so far? Now that Bungie has laid out everything on the table, will it be enough to get you to come back and try the next saga of Destiny 2? I asked this very question in our Discord question of the week, and here's what I found. Only 13% say yes, 21% say no, but a majority, 65%, really aren't sure. Some comments I got from the question of the week from Taja Trade was, if they just taken a break, then yes, they will most likely be back before Edge of Fate drops. However, I don't think that the stuff being added or changed in Edge of Fate will necessarily be the deciding factor for most of the past players. Dimwee says, I don't think it will revive the game anymore as most expansions had. A lot of people have seen the final shape ending as their ending with Destiny 2, and I don't think another expansion is going to change that. However, that's only in my circle. It may be different for others. Our co-host Kingsleymac said, yeah, I've talked to a lot of people that have said there is no way this is bringing them back. How could it when the final shape was such a banger? Also, a lot of people are not taking a break. They're basically gone unless something dramatic has to change. Kilvin, one of our Patreon members, says, seems like a lot more will depend on the community reception. I expect way more people to take a wait-and-see approach to this expansion. If the streamers think it's a good for the players are talking it up, I think folks will trickle in. That's my hope as well. But it's hard to imagine getting close to the final shape numbers. Another Patreon member, Zombie Pop, says, I think everyone that cuts ties at the final shape are done. They put a little bow on it, and it seems like a lot of people are okay with that. Or they're just done with the grind. Kilvin makes an important point here. He says, I'm more interested in the numbers 1 month in than I am at peak. I'm exactly what I've said in past shows. If the quality of life changes hit the way I hope, I think we should see a higher sustained player count. It'd be really nice if we could sustain players like some other games and communities out there do. Mohafo says, personally, I don't think it'll change things, but for people like me that took a much-earned break, I rarely have a Destiny break, I'm eager to get back into it and have stuff like Armor 3.0 and gear tiers to grind out, but we'll have to see how the engagement is. Personally, my engagement for in-game stuff and power grind died in around Witch Queen. I don't know why. I just couldn't be bothered to do it anymore. Raids, GMs, a lot. I guess I stopped caring, or I wasn't worried about FOMO anymore, even when the titles and triumphs. So I don't know what will reignite that sort of spark, but I'm interested to see if something does. Well, Mohafo, the reason I didn't play a lot of those higher activities is because the rewards weren't tied or didn't match up with the harder, difficulty, the more difficult activities. I don't know. It just seemed that the rewards were kind of the same. You may got more rewards, but I think that what you got actually was pretty much similar to a lot of the activities in the game. McMaximo says, I think the curiosity factor of all the new quality of life tiering mechanics will bring them back, but I doubt the ones who left will stick around. I also doubt all the modifiers and difficulty levels will be enough either. Dorath says, bring back some, maybe, but even then, how long will they stick around? Is the drop-off going to be quicker than Final Shape? Will the raid entice people to stay and raid for a while, or will they see it and bail? Who's Your Guardian says, hey all, so I'm returning Guardian as some of you know, and I've stopped playing after Lightfall until recently. The hype of, quote, a new beginning in Destiny has me excited, and that's what's brought me back. I know this seems kind of rare compared to others. I'm sure there'll be changes that not everyone is stoked about, but I see the way Bungie is shaking things up drastically, and it made me want to return. Players have begged for a fresh start, and while we aren't getting a Destiny 3, I think changing the way we grind and how we can play the game is a step in the right direction. I hope new players don't feel that overwhelming feeling of playing catch up through all sorts of content like they used to. Who knows what all can happen in 2 to 3 years from now? This is the optimist in me talking here, but small changes over time like Bungie is making could get us to that content that we've been begging for. They seem to be in a shell of what they used to be, and I'm just glad I got the chance to continue this journey. Making the best of what is to come is what will make your experience a good one. Thinking optimistically, of course. And then finally, Scarlett says, I seem to have the same sentiment as the majority. It's a coin toss, to be honest. I think the initial hook might be bring in some people, but I remember how I myself was with episodes at first. I was liking it, but it soon became clear they weren't the big change from seasons that they were made out to be. Amen, brother. So we will have to see what people think. I know I'm excited for the changes, and I hope that the wider community likes it enough to stick around. So that's what they said. What do you think? There's so many things I'm looking forward to playing, and I really have a feeling the replayability will be as good as long as the rewards match up for the difficulty of the content. That's going to be the big factor for me. I'm going to start out playing the Legendary campaign, then I'll probably jump right into solo ops after that. And then, of course, the weapon and build crafting and armor, all the new mods begins. I really hope your experience is satisfying. Bungie needs a win here, and I'm hoping they deliver. But let us know what you think, especially as you're playing Edge of Fate next week. Join our Discord. It's discord.gg/Guardian Downcast, and give us some feedback in our Guardian Downcast feedback channel. And don't forget to say hi while you're there. Our community has always been very welcoming to new members. In fact, some new members are a little shocked that so many people say hi when they jump in. You ever joined a Discord and no one even knows you're there? That's not us. We definitely jump in and say hi when you join us. So don't be shy. Jump in. Give us some feedback on what you think of the Edge of Fate going forward. And remember, you can always give us feedback other ways, guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or you can send us a voicemail at guardiandowncast.com. That's a wrap. Another episode in our collection. For our new listeners out there, we have 311 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community, talking Destiny and whatever on our roundtable episodes. So take a look at those, especially if you're just finding out about us. And if you like what you hear, just say, hey, check out guardiandowncast.com. A special thanks to my guest co-host, ElmmerFuddGames. You can find him in our Discord, but also check out his Twitch channel. That's MMD, ElmmerFuddGames on Twitch. I'll also leave his Twitch link in our show notes. You can contact me at Todd the Gator all across the socials and gaming platforms. You can also reach out to me, guardiandowncast@gmail.com. Remember, as you're playing the Edge of Fate expansion, take breaks, get outside, and remember to touch grass. Discord community. I watch you guys every day. I see you. Remember, we're Guardian Downcast. Your stories, your community, your destiny. And be good to your fellow Guardians in the Destinyverse.
The weight of the world was on your shoulders, and still you triumphed. Marvelous.
Thank you all so much for listening. And I'll see you later, Guardian. Well, thank you, sir. Really appreciate you being on the show tonight. I know this was a long one. I appreciate you hanging in there. We just went over 3 hours. Holy crap.
Yeah. I told my wife which podcast I was on tonight. She's like, that's that really long one, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. She goes, all right, good.
Good night. I'll kiss you now for good night. Yeah. My wife's already in bed. So, hey, everyone in the chat, live in the Discord, live on Twitch, live on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for showing up. I mean, we do the shows for you guys. I mean, we want to talk to you guys. We want to hear you guys respond to us live in the chat. And that's the reason I do the live shows, man. I love being able to talk to you guys. and get extra feedback too. Cause sometimes there's stuff that I miss that you guys call me out on, and that's just fun. No problem with that. So you know what, JD Kent, in honor of your trip across the pond, Wet Leg has a new album coming out. I'll choose a song from that. Just DM me the song you want and I'll put it in the playlist too, man. I love
that.
He supports our Twitch. He supports our YouTube. He's a member of both. I think he's in our, believe he's in our Patreon community as well. So, man, this man has, really, and Amazing Taco King, he is our highest level patron. He is, he's a big part of our community. He really does support everything we do. So thank you, sir, for that as well. Yeah, I'll be sure to just tell me what song you want to put in there and I'll put it in there for you, man. All right. Thanks everybody. We love you. And, Edge of Fate. I'm excited. Aren't you guys excited? I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to dive in day one, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that the servers stay up and we don't have some weird glitch that knocks us out like in Final Shape. Yeah. So, excellent. So I will see everybody.
Well, that means a lot of people are playing. So you want that, actually.
I want it. Yes, I want that. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I will see you guys in the Discord, especially on Tuesday. I want to hear you guys, what you guys think about it.
Does anyone else call Destiny 2 Beyonce because it's Destiny's Child?